Hello, everybody. We are live here with Gene Bond, an amazing sketch artist.
Wonderful god of that perspective at this point.
Yeah, the god of
Yeah.
perspective.
Yes.
So awesome. Glad you're here to join us. I'll go ahead and notify our Discord server here. We're actually only live on YouTube today. We usually stream on YouTube and TikTok.
Dolly and Ike are here. Awesome.
Mm. Nice.
All right. So yeah, I don't even know what to ask. I'm just like, how did you get started? And you've been drawing for a long time. You've traveled all over the world to do drawing.
Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, tell us about yourself.
Okay. Yeah. So it's about like 2011. Okay, no, it's second. So like I was in 2003 maybe I decided, yeah, I get to art college in Russia.
Oh, wow.
So we was study like oil painting, watercolor, all this kind of like academia stuff.
Wow.
But I kind of like actually I got like kind of artist crisis and like I don't know. I was just like unhappy with my art kind of class, kind of like my students, my friends, kind of they all been too lazy from my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got okay, like I got to whole Russia competition. I took gold medal. And I was very disappointed because I took this gold medal and I know my work was mediocre. It was just so. And I understand like I got this golden medal just because everybody just lazy. There's like see like watching phone, like making girlfriends and stuff like
Oh,
that,
my
like
goodness. You
and
would
like
expect
it's
a.
a
Yeah.
yeah, I was so disappointed. Like I feel like I wasted my life there. So and then I also start to feel like I'm actually not a real artist. Like it was so big gap. Just like 2 years previously, it was like level of student work
Mm-hmm.
was like crazy high. It's just look at this, like, oh my God, like who's these people? Like I wish I ever will be able to draw like this.
Yeah.
And there
Wow.
was like my age and the quality was so better. But then in my current period, like when I was like in the art college, everybody's so lazy, level very low. So I decided to quit and like try a lot of different stuff. I was already kind of start to travel, but I think in 2005, kind of I think to be entrepreneur. Like I was trying to sell like advertisement, I sell tea, and then I was like half year uh, like a director of newspaper, and it's like near Finland, as well, near Russia,
Mm-hmm.
very high, very funny. So and I feel like it almost killed me. It was so depressing. I was
Oh,
like, oh
my
my God, this
goodness.
is definitely not my thing. Like trying to sell something. And I was watching Miyazaki cartoons, like, oh, it's so beautiful. Like I wish be part of this world. So uh, then get back and to my hometown and I start to draw again, kind of shortly speaking, as then I start to think, how can I do my art career, like to become artist? Just trying to be entrepreneurial right, with myself as artist,
Mm-hmm.
and I create this idea of like art, make brand of me as travel artist who draw different cities. So I can make like series of artwork for each city. Then it will be like a collection of different cities and different countries. And I can start right now. So I start to draw my city, then I go to neighbor city, and then I say, okay, I will need to go to Moscow,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will go to some other country to draw foreign cities there. So yeah,
And
and it's kind of start. Mhm.
this is all traditional art, right?
Yeah, like you can find right in my this Instagram, you
Yep.
watching like
We're showing
Wow.
your Instagram right now.
mhm.
Yeah, if you
But
want to
I
follow
will take
Gene
I take
Bond,
a
his
book.
Instagram is city sketch, city underscore sketch.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing amazing
Yeah,
artist.
and we got actually 18 people here. So hello,
Yes.
guys. Should we list off the names or?
Yeah. Hey, Dahlia.
IH, Lexi, Stardust, Shansha, Yumekui, Cran, Loyura. Oh, it's been a while, Loyura.
Hey,
Cat,
Cat.
Artemis, Null, Potato, Calzoid, Millie, and wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, a
Thank
lot
you
of
for
people
coming.
here.
Well, yeah. So I have like in this in my books, right?
Yes,
So
that
maybe I
is
can
the
share.
which one is that one?
You can hold that up if you
It's
want.
Russia Friends.
I actually don't have that one.
Uh,
Right.
Uh,
Russia and
ooh,
France.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
So here just have this my first drawing of my hometown. So it's like my hometown,
Wow.
like
That's awesome.
a market. This Vietnam.
How'd you like Russia? I
So
mean, I know that you were from there, but how'd you like it?
yeah. No, I mean it's just it's my like motherland, right? So there's just like a lot of emotional attachment.
Uh-huh.
But kind of like mm, I'm frustrated and angry in general about like what Russia doing.
Yeah. Wow. These are
Yeah,
beautiful.
These are amazing.
So this was your
so
first.
I'm yeah, so maybe there's have a writing. I don't write year. Looks like was 2005 maybe, yeah, 2005 this year.
2005.
So see, I start to already thinking like how to make it be like a picture from comic book, right? You know, like kind of environment from manga or something like that. So here have some like trying to make some characters. Like here's dude smoking on the balcony.
Love it.
There's this is actually it's a couple walking there in the
Oh, there's a
shadow.
couple.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just like
there it is.
Yeah.
Right down the alley. Not alley, but oh, that's so
so
nice.
it draws this. Yeah, it's like a first page in the manga, right?
Yeah.
You could have a speech bubble up there, and I'd be convinced.
And this I was living in this house
Oh wow.
Wow,
here.
really?
So I was living here.
Oh wow.
It's my friend like from architecture university. He's like making interior design. Yeah. So I was living with students from architecture university. Just kind of coincidence.
Wow.
That's funny. That's cool. Wow, so much.
I wish I could see what it looked like in the interior.
It's like
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's like a little it's like a travel sketchbook. That's really cool.
And
What
this
got you
one of
started
my
with travel?
favorite.
Oh, that one's beautiful.
Yeah.
So intricate.
It's like I like it's like from such drawings, you know, you start to be like professional artist when you start to make it like prolonged projects, right? When you need to keep producing new works. So I was like, I don't know what to draw. I was like, I don't have any new ideas. So I just walk on embankment. So it's like this, it's this place kind of. So
Okay.
I was sitting here on the bench and watching this fence on the embankment, right? So this one. So it's like really like comic book here.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
and it's like, okay, I will just sit and draw this stuff. And I didn't know anything about abstract composition yet. I was like kind of pretty amateur at this time. But now I look and it's like so many smart kind of elements, like abstract composition. It's like a music, right? So we have like this fans, we have rhythm, sometimes break, sometimes like it's a little uneven.
Yeah.
Then we have like a water waves, like creating this like vibration and rhythms behind this fans. And what it was like you know, like a drawing, and then like it's really some kind of some element striking you. For me, it was like it's like wait a second, these people, they're so funny. It's like they're so tiny, like ants.
Wow.
And like I was sit and watching them like in this contrast of proportions, like here on this fence they all so tiny, like small ants walking here around, right? And I can watch them like walking on the beach. They're like doing their stuff on the other side of a river. It's like so surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Well, it's
Man.
very interesting because it's like back then you didn't know the abstract composition, but it feels like you kind of just naturally know it.
Yeah.
It's like intuitive for you.
You kind of find something that you think is interesting and try to capture it.
Yeah, I just start to like I get from beginners this idea, from some kind of kung fu movie. It's like
Mm-hmm.
nature must be as a teacher. Like life drawing, I go to learn from real life. I
Mm-hmm.
want to learn from real situations. So like it give me some interesting ideas of composition and uh, everything kind of, right? So I just try like I look, it's amazing, and I trying to comprehend like why it's so great. Um,
Yeah.
like
So
so.
you started in about 2005 with doing these drawings from life.
No, I mean it started like from art college. It was like a requirement. We should to go outside and draw something.
Mm-hmm.
But I made it my project when I decided to be like this kind of comic book style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and at the beginning I did it with markers. Like these markers, if you put water, they will like dilute into like this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually like a black marker, but it's changed color, like very weird. It became like bluish.
Yeah, that's really cool. I
So,
noticed
and
that you.
here just like one for interesting like
Uh-huh.
improvement. Like here's my first pole with the cables.
Uh-huh.
It's about 2005 maybe, and here's 2013
Oh
in
wow,
Shanghai.
I've been to
definitely,
Shanghai.
definitely
Yeah,
improvement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
you've been there.
I used to go there with my family in the summers. And
yeah.
so I'm
Check
like, oh, I
this.
wonder if I. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
looks
nice
that
stuff.
that's so cool. See, I wouldn't even have noticed this stuff as a kid. Like I would have been like, I don't know, it just looks like
Mm.
telephone poles and wires to me. But to an artist, it's like just really really
Yeah.
cool.
So, d- did you start traveling like full time and sketching and drawing?
Yeah, so I had like idea of traveling in my
Mm-hmm.
mind, but I didn't have any money for that. So
Uh-huh.
it's like it took like couple years till I can to sell my works. And so it was constantly like living like tr I don't know, adventure movie. Like you always have barely enough money to survive,
Yeah.
like live in a friend's house and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
so
then I
that's
get invitation, like not I get invitation, I find like project, and I how to say send request for them, right? So they confirm and take me to art residency in Shanghai.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was like 2013. So from like 2010, I was like 3 year working on this project, drawing whatever city I can draw, just
Mm-hmm.
like my hometown, some city around. And I don't show all my drawings. Some of them was like just, just not successful. So, and then I draw Moscow. And when I went to Shanghai, it's like, oh my God, it's so crazy. It's so fun to draw. It's like all these messy cables and just like culture shock. Just everything look interesting, everything like people, like everybody living outside. It's like you have all this like private life, or I don't know like how to say, even like people living as their community is like very extroverted kind of. Like
Yeah.
in Russia, everybody just close door and you don't see anything.
that's so funny. Well, yeah,
That's
I
funny.
noticed that even when I was back in Shanghai as well. Like everybody was always just super loud. Like they're just talking with each other and
Yeah.
just yelling.
Your mom?
Yeah, my mom is like that,
Yeah, her
and
mom's
she's
from Shanghai.
my mom is from Shanghai, and she
Mm.
and my family, or my mom's side of the family, moved there, and it's just their natural tone is just loud. It's just really
Uh,
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very different culturally.
Mhm.
That's really
yeah,
cool.
it's like this. this cartoon like a Wish Dragon, I think, written not so long ago. Have you seen Wish Dragon?
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think I've seen that.
I see it's like it shows this atmosphere of Shanghai very well. It shows this like community, small community, and feel yeah. So yeah, it's just um I don't know, like okay, like example, if Vietnam is like even more extreme. So I was like in Saigon, and I was like walk street, and sometimes I go walk narrow street, and it's like you occasionally you can go inside somebody's house and you didn't notice even, you know? It's like, wait a
Really?
second, I'm already
Oh, that's so
It's funny.
funny.
because it's just like open first floor kind of. So it's like there is a street and there's their house, and like sometimes it's like a restaurant or cafe
Hmm.
inside somebody's house first floor.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like an
yeah,
open
so
concept
that's
house.
crazy. You'd
But
never
it's
find
just
that over
yeah,
here in
you
the
would never
States.
find that over here. Everybody likes their private space here.
Yeah. Wow. How's
yeah.
Taiwan
And
compared to
Taiwan,
that?
yeah, in Taiwan, same. Like you walk first floor, like here, as like people like have like okay, like you have a guest room and the first floor, open window, open door. Like people walk as I see like dude on the sofa watching TV. You know, it's like
Yeah. I saw in one of your videos you said something about leave the cell phone on the table in a cafe and nobody's gonna take it.
yeah, yeah, totally. This
Really?
Taiwan, like yeah, I seen like people like forgetting phones, like phones falling on the ground. So. Yeah, and so like one reason is just really like people actually they not don't know they're not starving so much
Mm-hmm.
to steal stuff, and the second it's a camera everywhere. So
Mm-hmm.
even if you think like okay, I don't know who this money is, right? Better I give it to police, because if somebody will ask search for this money and the camera will find me, it will look like I'm stealing, you know.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Surveillance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but generally, like honestly can say people really just like good-minded. It's not just like they're afraid of what I say repercussions, right? No, they really
Mm-hmm.
like care of each other in general. Yeah, very
Mm-hmm.
warm atmosphere. And this kind of like for me, like if say like what difference with Taiwan and China. It's yeah, it's really like I know from Russia's stuff, right? When a government is repressive, it's creates this unfriendly atmosphere. People get in like nervous and aggressive. They don't trust each other, and all this like general
Mm-hmm.
like lack of safety, like no safety. Like stuff like in China, definitely everything will be stolen from you. I was just like turn around and it's like what? It's just like somebody just take it immediately, you know, like
Wow.
my umbrella from hotel. Yeah. And like and they're like it's so funny how they like boosting this image of like having extreme high ancient culture when in some times they're like behaving like a children or spoiled children and stealing everything.
It's
Like
funny.
just like if nobody's seen I doing something bad, then I'm good person.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So how long do you stay in a country? Like if you want to say I'm going to go to a country to do
Uh-huh.
art, is there like is it just you do you leave when you're bored or is there some type of duration you usually stay there for?
It's all occasionally.
Mhm.
So I was just interested at first go to any country. I was planning go to Africa to make
Mhm.
like trip along, like go kind of cross Africa through like 14 countries. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it was crazy idea. And eventually, if first I go to Shanghai, then I was draw and go around Shanghai, draw different city. Like in one city. Uh, like I have the drawing here, and I'll show a professor, local professor invite me to make exhibitions there. So I did
Oh wow.
like 20 maybe drawings, I forget, about 20 drawings, and this so they make my personal exhibition.
Wow.
Oh, those are pretty.
Так, this one. Yeah, so this like Sitan. It's like kind of this river village near Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this. It's like it's remind me, GTA 4.
Yeah.
I was when I was first time in Shanghai, I was just like, it's so surreal. I was in the airport, black Mercedes, like with the driver who have hat, black hat, all this costume driver. He met me
Wow.
there. I sit behind with like a boss, and we drive in Shanghai into the center, like in the total center of Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
And I will show you. Okay, so it's like I'm not hiding it. Some people hiding, but I'm not. So it's a place called Swatch. Yeah, this Swatch Art Piece Hotel.
Okay.
So I think they still have applications for artists you can try. Like they
Oh.
have like a big jury who make decision about artist like submission. So it's not art market. It's like totally different people. Somebody actors there, writers maybe, I don't know. So and like this hotel is like in the very center of Shanghai. So this like view from our
Recognize
windows
that.
there.
That's a nice.
It's
That's a
like
nice drawing.
It's very nice.
and it's so this place is like in the most expensive place in Shanghai. Most
Wow.
expensive place. This hotel is there, and you can stay there for free.
Oh
For
wow.
And
free.
they pay, yeah, and they pay tickets.
Oh
So,
wow.
like I
Wow.
say, I didn't
That's a
have
big
any
deal.
money, so yeah. So here I was drawing all this crazy stuff, like
Oh, that's
how they n- driving whole family without helmets on them scooters.
yeah.
That is so
Look at some
cool.
of those. That's crazy.
Wow,
That's
how was
wild.
so who introduced you to that whole thing? Oh, sorry. Who introduced you to that whole thing with the
Uh-huh.
Shanghai like exhibition and stuff? Like oh,
How to stop. It's just like one of my friends should tell me, like she finds this on a blog. Some artists went there,
Mm-hmm.
so I Google and find it myself. So it's always just accident and luck.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why they kind of confirm me, because it's very much like artsy art market kind of stuff. They're doing like all this abstract weird things. Like it's just like it's why my guy calls this art. It's just like another world.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's really fun.
but I seen there, like I met one comic book artist there who like really he just draw like manga style comic books. So he also been there.
oh
So
wow.
can try. Yeah.
Awesome. So, when did you? What made you want to start teaching and doing that?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of from family of teachers. So like my mother and two grandmothers, they were teachers. Like no, like my mother was like teaching in the like kindergarten, and my other mother, like a Jewish mother of my father, she was teach math and physics
Mm.
in the school. So, and I think it's just like, yeah, maybe I just have this like genes. Yeah, and when I was in Shanghai, I've been invited to university, so I did some workshops,
Mm.
and then I find friend who have studio in Hong Kong. So it's like they have about like 10 studios, like very big company. So I was just like every day, no, not every day, but like 5 days a week, I go to different branch and teach like all day there in a
Oh
different
wow.
studio. And we have like children's mostly, like mostly it was like 8-year-old children. Sometimes it was like crazy young, like I was so surprised, like 3.5 year old, like children, like girl, like 3.5 year old, and she can speak 5 language.
Oh wow. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, then Hong Kong, they're very crazy about education of children.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I was working there 1 year with this stuff, and I just kind of like to learn. I love to learn. It's kind of, this feeling when you expand your world, as like you make your world bigger, more interesting, more detailed. It's like it's like if you're in the beginning, you're like in a cave and you only can see some kind of blue light in the end of a cave, and then you just make it like a palace, and then you make it start to look like I don't know, like a Rome with all
Mm.
this art on the walls, and like
Yeah.
then you make it shiny, so they have some like this lamps with diamonds and stuff like that. It's just is all this is your education, right? Is your ability to see things, and especially like we as artists, it's all about seeing stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like my teacher teach me, this says, this you can see only what you understand. So, and I feel this joy from understanding more,
Hmm.
and I like kind of I think it's important kind of enlightenment thing about sharing and spreading this passion. Yeah.
Yeah. Your content on your YouTube channel and in your Gumroads and all of your educational content is some of the best that I've found on perspective out there. Like you get
Hmm.
Scott Robertson's book and you get your stuff, and they're equal education level in my opinion. Like I think your stuff is even more understandable. It's You're doing a really good job. Honestly, it's inspired me to try to make better content as well.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was looking for this kind of like my flow, and I had like previously two channels, and I still have one with my Russian name,
Mm-hmm.
Evgeny Bondarenko, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some like
Mm.
all videos where I was trying like, and I find out is like making short videos take more time than make long video without
Yes.
editing.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
so
That's why we stream
That's
more
why we
than
stream.
anything.
Well, you'd be
yeah, yeah.
surprised.
So
Sometimes a 3 minute TikTok would take a day.
Yeah.
yes, yes, I hate this. Like it's like, oh, you do so little material and it takes so much work, and I don't draw this time. It's hell. Yeah. See, just like clicking mouse and like, oh my God, so annoying. So,
Yeah. Oh.
so
Uh,
I was just like saying, okay, I want to teach like kind of like in the university, make it as much as a real life exchange, and I try to make it like valuable so people will have a reason to watch so long videos. Right. So it's like some try and error, and then I get to the stage when I just like prepare some material, make sure it's really valuable so people will not waste their time. Just be kind of honest about this. And with this point of view, like I want to teach myself. So I want me to see this material like 10 years ago. So I want to honestly like help myself in the past
I know what
to
you mean.
improve. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a video on my first video on YouTube um, went viral, and I was teaching perspective, and I was using the panoramic view in Photoshop to talk about looking up and down and cone of vision and stuff. And I made that video for my students. I just made it. I didn't edit the video at all, and I
Mhm.
saw that's exactly it. I'm just like, I wish I had this video when I got started, so I'm making it for you guys.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So and there it was like interesting. It's like a conflict because you see like, huh, but how will I make money? Because it should be somehow commercialized, right? Like oh, I make like demo video on YouTube, and I tell them if you want to really learn, you go to my Discord
mm-mm.
or to my Gumroad or something.
Yeah.
for me it's difficult. Like I don't know how to do this, like how to manage. It's too kind of complex. That's why uh, I quit from business kind of because I
Mm.
cannot manage the stuff. So I decide like, okay, like I will just create my brand of guy who really know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will help me just to sell my books or any projects I will make later, kind of this. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you taught any classes online before, like live classes on Zoom and such?
No, I have like private consultations.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Like I
mentorships.
also, yeah, I kind of, it's just like I don't want actually to take responsibility for someone like full-time education, because it's so much depends on other person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm honest also about this, as like say, yeah, I do what I can, but I don't want to like kind of like follow him and like say, please, can you draw more? I think you draw too little.
I know
I
exactly what
don't
you
want like,
mean.
yeah, I don't want all my life to call you and like say, please don't forget to draw today.
Oh,
Yep.
it's so funny.
I've done mentorships with students since, I don't know, 2020 or so, and it does go that way sometimes. But some students, you just love them. You're like, I love you so much. You're such a good student. You're always working so hard.
You're always doing the
It brings a
homework.
tear to your
Yeah,
eye.
Well, it shows that
Uh,
they're
yeah.
motivated.
yeah, but yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm showing some of your work on Instagram
I
right
have a
now.
question actually.
Uh,
You know.
So, um, Jean, when you draw and you like, you've been doing this for so long, and you said before that like life is basically like your teacher. And
mm.
you said that earlier with art college, it really wasn't that helpful for you. So, was most of your drawing and stuff just through life drawing, and or did you find also like mentorships for yourself? Like, did you have someone that you were under? Like, kind of was, I guess, one
No,
of the education.
yeah. No, I didn't want to say as like it wasn't helpful. It
Oh,
was super
Mm-hmm.
helpful. Yeah,
Mm.
okay.
it's just stagnate kind of, or how to say, it's like it's just stop at certain moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I see it's just like kind of issue with the system. Yeah, it's just like it's long talk why it's happened with this academia in Russia. Yeah, most of them, they kind of lost this power
Mm.
because they need to make money, kind of, you know. So they took a lot of people just for money, not for their character, because it should be like a best of the best, but instead it's just like people who can pay every month or every
Mm.
year. Yeah. So, and it's like spoil a general level, because, you know, like it's the children. They look around and they see all this like spoiled rich people, and they say like, ah, okay, like why should I push myself? We can just have fun, you know.
Mm.
So,
It almost makes me think
like,
Art
art
center.
center a
Yeah.
little
No.
bit.
Oh, yeah. Like we've both been to a college where it's like majority of the students kind of were they just were able to afford it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you familiar with
mm,
Art Center College of Design? Have you heard of it in
no,
California?
no,
Okay, it's a
Okay.
no.
it's a pretty well-known design school. We took a couple terms there, but ended up leaving.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Similar situation.
similar situation.
The
It's not a
content,
bad
not a
school.
bad
Like there's
school.
good students there, but like you were saying, like general, it's more about like, can you take the school?
I really did wish that there was this kind of the best of the best, like, oh, the best of the best are in here. Like that would make it so
Like an
much more.
anime.
mm,
Yeah, that would make it like an anime. It would make it so much more fun to be
mm.
in that environment.
Yeah, that's really
Wow.
interesting.
Wow.
So have you had mentors like after you get out
Oh,
of school? Like, do you study under artists? Not
no,
really.
So
no,
most of the stuff is
like
from
only,
college.
yeah, only my college is just like my teachers. I just very respect them. They was like real artists, you know, and
Mm.
like you see their characters amazing, like they're not just like real dudes, right?
Yeah.
So, and like, and very different types. I had like 4 or 5 teachers like that, and like one teacher was like very, like very small guy, very like kind of, I don't know, just typical like intelligence. And other one, he was like, uh, I think he was sport master, not sure, but he's like very good at boxing. He was like a boxer, and like,
Wow.
and he's like very brutal, kind of. He's like, this, and they like, and his friend, he teach like his famous coach, boxing coach in my city. So it's some kind of like, like this Guy Ritchie movie when it was like a coach in the movie. Like, remember this guy with the glasses and he's like walking around, teach everybody, say like, hey, you, hey, you. So he's like kind of some kind of mafia stuff. No, I mean it's actually is Russia mafia. Yeah.
Oh,
So because like Russia mafia, it's a sport. Everybody, like everyone in the sport, they all kind of Russia mafia. It's a history of this stuff.
so like
Yeah.
Russian mafia, is that what I heard right? Russian
Yeah,
mafia?
Russia mafia. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a
Oh my
sport.
gosh.
Uh, Initially, they're sportsmen. Like,
Mm.
and especially when it's martial arts, they all mafia. Yeah.
Oh wow. That is so
So
interesting.
crazy.
It's like basically
Yeah.
having a bunch of Italian mafia teachers because they were part of the mob. That's funny.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I really like this, like Sopranos kind of.
that's good. That's really funny.
Like, where's your still life?
Where's your
You
st-
drove us both.
Instead of taxes, it's where's your homework?
Yeah.
I see you don't respect me. You came to my class with these 3 drawings.
That would be such a funny experience to be in a class
Yeah.
like that. Oh my
So,
gosh.
what's your goal? Do you want to and I see you talk a lot about comic artists. Are you wanting to make a comic someday?
Yeah. I wish kind of eventually to make my comic books, and this kind of like I teach, I talk right now a lot about don't being perfectionist, but
Mhm.
with a comic book, it's like I'm little too careful about it. So like I make some experiments to draw in some short stories, but I don't show them. Eventually, like I want to come up with some story I will be really like to show. So
Mhm.
I work on the ability to write, and like also this development of style, kind of like this level of drawing when it's like I'm talking is like a computer engine, it's like a game engine. So it's like
Mhm.
if you make like this Unreal 5 engine, for example, so you can make whatever game you want. So for me, it's like you gain this skill, so you can draw environments, you can draw people in different poses, you can draw props, and then okay, this is just my kind of visual engine, so I can
Mhm.
visualize any story I want. So eventually I this kind of what I'm reaching to,
Mhm.
and I almost there. It's because it's like, so many aspects there. It's like perspective is only one, is like a structure, how to organize composition, like where is how it's distortion and stuff. But there is think about line economy, like how to make like line quality, like
Mhm.
shape quality. I want to make better my shapes and
Mm.
line quality, kind
Yeah.
of.
That's something that I'm working on as well.
I think you and you guys are both very similar in terms
Yeah.
of your personalities.
Yeah, I got hired to do weapon design for Guild Wars 2 a long time ago, and that's all about shapes. It's just a shape project, weapon design for a fantasy game, and that project really kicked my butt. I did it, but I had a really hard time. And then I got hired to do sci-fi suits for Anthem, that game that EA made, and another shape assignment. Just over and over, I get put on shape assignments, and I was a prop artist for a while, and then they put me on shape assignments, and I'm like struggling so much.
Well, I feel like it's interesting because there's like the kind of idea where it's like, oh, the form over the function, or function over form, or was it form over function, whichever.
Either flip flop, either
Flip
way.
flop either way. I feel like some people, when they draw props or when they draw things like buildings I think anything, they'll be like, wait, but what if the shape is good, but what if the function isn't? Like, how do I balance that? That's something that I struggle with a lot,
Very
because
difficult.
I'll be very like, oh, it has to look like a car, but the shape's not good. So I don't really understand that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it as just like when I don't have good shape, it's just kind of less of character. So for me, it's have like a character is important. So it's just like, it's like how you can distinct character these different characters between each other, and like character from environment. So like, and maybe like you can show movement and motivation more clearly when it's like a really good gesture, right? Like this shape and gesture, yeah. So and it's always like also interesting moment what I say about it's not so often stated, but your learning also happen from study from other artists. You really like, you need to look other artists and say for yourself what you like in their work. So for me, I just look and like one artist, he have like no good shapes. He can have like super anatomy, perspective, everything, but his no shape. So it looks somehow like formless. I don't know. It's a kind of like awkward all the time, right? And then have guy like he doesn't show any much anatomy there, but their just shape is so awesome.
Yeah. I totally know what you mean. It's like like the first artist, it's like not very interesting to your brain. Like there, it doesn't really pick up on shapes that are like, oh, that's kind of neat. Like it kind of lacks.
The
It would kind of
energy.
lack that. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, amazing anatomy, amazing everything. But then you're just like, why don't I like it that much?
It's almost like the shape
yeah.
has the impact, or like
Yeah.
this kind of energy.
Yeah. You're good at that.
Oh, thank you.
She's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
at shapes.
Yeah,
I try.
I agree.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's because
Yeah,
drawing anime is like drawing pre-designed shapes that already work. So after drawing a bunch of anime and seeing that, it's almost like muscle memory.
Yeah, a lot of characters, a lot of
Yeah.
expressions, a lot of exercises.
Yeah, I need to get better at perspective stuff, because like, that's my weak point. You
This
know,
guy-
that's that.
This guy right here. You go watch his content.
I know. I need to watch his content. I do.
Practice.
I know.
I've been drawing so many fisheye grids in my sketchbook. Circle, plus sign, there's Z, there's X, X, Y, Y. Just over and over and over. It's gotten me so excited. Chat here knows how excited I was when you came on stream.
Yeah.
Appreciate you reaching out.
Oh, and by the way, chat, if you have any questions for Gene, feel free to ask, because this is a rare opportunity.
Yeah, throw out some questions. I would love it. So I guess another thing is, what made you so passionate about perspective?
Just because I take this from my favorite artists, right? Like Tsutomu Nihei, Katsuhiro Otomo, Masamune Shiro. So you watch their work and you see like how they did this, and when you learn and you finally able to draw this stuff, yeah, it's really very motivating. It's just it's like a feeling of control and like, I can do it, you know.
That's
It's like you finally have that freedom after so much discipline. I can finally do it.
Yeah.
You're like, why does this not look right? But then you're like, oh, that's why my foreshortening is wrong, or character is in a wide lens, but this scene is in a long lens, or whatever.
Okay, maybe I can also other answer for this. So yeah, I've been like drawing environments for so many years, like drawing different sketches over streets and stuff. And people start to tell me I have a good perspective long time ago before I actually studied, you know. So like I had like a very basic perspective, but people tell me like, wow, your perspective is so amazing. You're like expert in perspective. I say, really? Nobody know. I just like 1 point perspective, kind of this. So I say like, okay, maybe I really. It's like universe like implying me, telling me like, bro, you know. It's like it's kind of like maybe you should learn more perspective. And it's like, okay, yeah, I will study more perspective to be really like more literate, to have a better understand what am I doing. So, and then it's just like you get addicted to it. It's like, okay, I figure out how to draw 3-point perspective outdoors, you know. So it's like, point is not only just understand perspective, but understand how to use it to make your own work. So, and for me, it's like draw outdoors or to make illustration. So, and then I feel like, okay, but I seen this dude on the Pinterest, he making like crazy dynamic fish eye. I want to draw something like this. How can I do this? So I go to study and things like this. Just like Bakuman kind of, you know, this kind of artist passion, right? You want
Audio
like, oh, I want to
stuttering?
draw better.
Sorry, we have our
Technical issues.
technical issues going on again. Audio stuttering, chat? Audio is stuttering for you. Audio stuttering. What does it sound like? I can't hear it.
Should we
Yeah.
Only from Gene.
only from Gene? Oh.
Wait a second.
Zoom. You're coming through fine for me, so it might be on our end. Zoom audio capture. Let me try this.
Yeah, really, my sound is shaky.
How's that, chat?
1, 2,
Is that
3.
better?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
That's
3.
better, they said. I can understand him, or I can understand him at least with a very strong stutter.
That's
Okay, better. They said
better, better. Okay, that's good.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be an Anime Academy stream without some audio problems.
We actually got a question for Gene. When
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Gene start drawing? Did he go to college for it? And when did he start to actually consider himself good?
Yeah, it's like I start to. No, I've been drawing all my life, just making sometimes stop. I say, you know, this periods when you see like, oh, maybe I'm not artist. So it was like sometimes for a year or two. But I was drawing like in kindergarten anytime. I draw comic books in the childhood. Yeah. And just when I got to art college, 2002, 2003, this time, it was like very serious studying. It's like every day, very hard, like pushing yourself. And I start to think about myself like can do like real artwork, maybe only like 2012. It's just, you know, it's just like, just to be honest, kind of, right? Like I wasn't call myself artist until like maybe 2013. You know, it's like they call me to Shanghai, you know, everybody call me artist. They're like, okay, I guess I'm already artist, kind of. But before all this, you're like, yeah, it's some drawings, but they're so bad, and it's like also amateur. Yeah, so that's why also kind of sometimes I've been like very like some people draw 5 picture and they like walking around calling themselves artists. Hello, like you artist and me artist too. So like really, I mean, like I don't want to be like condescending or something, but it's just kind of ridiculous. Like you really, like you go in the hospitals, like everybody, I am a doctor.
Well, it's interesting because it's like, what is your philosophy as like an artist? Like, what makes you think like an artist, how an artist is, I guess. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like kind of like when your work really contributing something, right? So like also when it's like just you imitating or you make something look like somebody else, or you like kind of like, oh, maybe I will draw it's almost like Katsuhiro Otomo or almost like this favorite artist, you know. Or you want, yeah, it's like you see a lot of this mediocre stuff which AI can copy very easy, right? And when you contribute, you can feel it. You just feel, and for me, it's like kind of like a miracle because you can really see it's like something happen. Like you did a lot of work you try to do your best, but then you look on the result and it's look more than you did.
It's
It's like
interesting.
I myself, I can look my pictures sometimes like, wow, like I don't know how I did it. Like I'm not sure like I really understand like, how I did this. Like this is real art. And like and at this point like when I start to get this kind of quality of work, I figure out like, okay, now I am real artist, and like myself, like I put myself like next to Van Gogh. Like I don't care, because for me it's like I don't need to be famous or something. I just know, like, you know, it's like real dudes. Like here one real dude and I am real dude. Like, and yeah, so somebody was saying like, wow, how can you still call myself, can call yourself, like, I don't know, I think like, let's say Kurt Cobain, he can be like real rock star, rock and roller, but there is a lot of people with much higher skills than him, and maybe you can say like they're much better musicians, right? So but they're not so popular, maybe they're just maybe they even not professional musicians. This might happen. Yeah.
It's really interesting. I never really thought about it that way. Like when you contribute,
Yeah, or like when you left a mark
it's
in a
fun.
way. Yeah.
Hmm. Definitely, definitely very interesting.
Well, I feel like when we made our books, it was like that was kind of that moment, and made our courses, like that was the contributing moment.
Yeah.
But and it kind of makes sense because when I do personal art and nobody's looking at it, I don't
Mhm.
put as much soul into it as much as I do, or as much as we do our business stuff, or Anime Academy brand. It's interesting.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I'm still just
Oh,
going through a bit of your Instagram stuff.
mhm. No, it's interesting. So it's like um, it's I was all this time, all these years, I was always thinking about like entrepreneurially, like, okay, I want to have like a brand which is like really
Mm-hmm.
original brand, and something like I can say, okay, this is original stuff, it's very special and it's really good. So and then I was looking at myself as artist, and I said like, okay, what I actually can say is a real art and or a good art. And like I was for years, I was thinking about it. I was looking around, like trying myself to verbalize like what I am calling real art. So like I say, there's can be like singers. Like some people have like amazing voice. They're like academia and train and everything. But then like my mother sing better than them, you know. It's like same song, for example, right? Like, but she really sing better. And I like for me, it's not because she my mother, but because I see it's like kind of different intentions. So and then I figure out this is maybe kind of core of art. It's very simple. It's just like conversation. So let's say we have eventually it's all about community, society, like just how people communicate. So all this have no sense if it's not contribute. All this is just like then it will be just where uh, leisure time is like, okay, I get some money and now I doing something for myself, for fun, and for other people like me who have nothing to do, just killing time together, right? But yeah, when I contribute, it's really makes sense. So and contribute is no, it's just like make this world worth living, make this life interesting, and something that you can look at. Now imagine like if everything around is just like uh, mess and hell, kind of like you was like, oh my god, I will better like I'm not here, I'm not here, right? But then we making art, so there is something you can actually like kind of like, wow, what is that kind of. And I like this Daniel Warren Johnson, he also say for him like good quality work, like top quality, he think is when you look at an artwork or any kind of people performance, and you just think like I'm happy, survive till this moment. So I just able to experience something like this because like before I experience it, before I watch it, I even have no idea something like this is possible. So it's just like, wow. And I've been like reading books like this, like I read in book and it's like, what is happening right now? It's like it's something happened, like I even have no idea something like that is possible. It's like this, it's like you watching some movement, some kind of like some dude like jumping, making like 30 salto in the air. It's like it's moment of like facing a miracle. So it's make your life kind of have something real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. We have a question. How can I start
Yeah.
developing my artist eye for creating interesting shapes slash composition? What kind of practices would you recommend?
Yeah. Collect your favorite artist works and study from their work, because like your idea of good art, of good shapes, it came from observation. So you already seen them and you already have this idea like what is a good shape, uh, because you've seen it in somebody work. So now you need to kind of be retrospective, like look what make you think that way, break it down. So when you break down your favorite artist work, like analyze his shape, you can even like draw over on a second layer in anything, right? And it's help you understand also what do you want. Yeah, so it's like what kind of is your personal taste, like is this artist, they will show you like, okay, yeah, I like this stuff in this artist, like me, like maybe I like this kind of like anime eyes, so I go and I copy eyes from my favorite artist. Or like I like how some artists draw fingers and I go like say, yeah, this my favorite artist will copy from them.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I should do that.
Analyzing your favorite artist's work.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's like a master study in a way too.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of like a master study.
Yeah, we have this in art college, and it's just like nobody explained me exactly how to do this. And I explain, it's like you study these things like, oh, shape design or perspective grids. Okay, now you have a concept and go to analyze these elements in your favorite artworks. So this is how you do master study. You look for perspective grids inside your favorite artist drawings. You look for shapes. Like just imagine, or imagine it's like if you been him, right? So when you like draw over his picture, it's like if you were him and you drawing these shapes. So this is kind of what you should do. Is like really like put yourself inside him, and like now you drawing his work. It's like pretending like you is him.
That's actually
Yeah.
so interesting. I never even thought of it that way.
It's almost like you're a detective. You're going
Yeah,
through
yeah,
the scene of a crime, and you're just like, what were they thinking as they swung the axe? Oh,
Oh.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. That's fun. That'd be a fun little story.
Yes, honestly. I we had another question for you. So when you were traveling and drawing, like how did you make a living doing that? Like what did you
Yeah,
do on the
sell my
side?
pictures.
Oh yeah?
No, just sell. Yeah, so my business plan was about selling originals. So like I don't like to draw for like commissions. I just like to draw my stuff and sell.
Oh, okay.
And it's like it's extremely hard, but I was lucky kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and sometimes I get commissions like I take when people ask me to draw what is in my style. Like I was drawing hospital in China, like some dude, director of hospital. He said like, can you draw? Like I draw like 10 pictures like that. So yeah, it's like detective approach whole time. So I was just like um like going into place and I trying to disappear. Like I'm a part of this wall kind of here, and I just look what people doing. And after like 30 minutes, everybody forget about me. They're just doing their stuff, and I like drawing it, you know.
Oh, that's interesting. That's like a zone that you get into.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just going through your website right now. These are
So
really nice
this
artworks.
all this stuff is really really interesting. What I found out, it's uh everybody like making lines, all these lines on the paper and stuff, right? And somehow it's illusion. People kind of have idea like everybody have same understanding of what they're doing. In reality, is not. In reality, it's like everybody has their own idea, and more than that, it's like yeah, majority of people like when they do like mediocre work, this mediocre work happen from their like lack of conscious and approach to what they're doing. So they doesn't actually look into how and what they want to do. So they kind of just like like a peak from air, there's some kind of like general idea of making art, and they just following it consciously, like unconsciously, right? Like so it's just like, oh, drawing is kind of something like I need to draw something kind of pretty, something kind of that, like no, like he cannot define what actually he want to do. So, and then it's from my observation what I find, like every artist with very special view or special style or any interesting unusual, they just have their own special idea. It's like special idea about why and what they're doing. Like just try like just sit and really try to explain yourself, what do you want to do, like what is your goal. Like I want to make people nervous. So when they watch my drawing, like have artists who really do this way, like they have style, like they specifically want to make people like feel uncomfortable, like when they do this like disgusting art, they're like oh, and people like this really like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what is
Itchy.
that? And
Dead
and we
Space.
think is yeah, no, there's like this, like I talk also about like art markets. Some of there's like real art, and this artists they just I don't share their vision because they have this kind of idea to make people like want to feel stomach like uncomfortable or something like that. They really like achieving for this, like kind of make you nervous and stuff. So for me, I was like all the time, I was just uh, kind of finding this idea of what am I doing, and it's really interesting. It's actually very interesting, and you will never explain it completely to anyone, and you actually eventually you try to explain and make it somehow like visible in your work. So like my idea is like I've been watching Korean movie director Kim Gi-dok a long time ago. Like maybe you should watch like movie Three Iron, a very cool movie. Like it's kind of art house, and there like have character. He was like walking in people houses like as if he get inside house and he live inside their house where nobody's there. So he kind of like study what is their life inside their house, like look in their photographs, look in their like all the stuff, and every time he find there is something broken in the house, so maybe like clock broken or some, and he fix it. So when people come back, they even don't know somebody been there, but they find something fixed.
Whoa, that's so cool.
That's really
What's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
that?
very
What's it called?
Three Iron.
Three Iron.
3 iron?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Like
so cool.
just number 3 iron. It's like a golf number in a golf. This
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Good
So and
recommendation.
he's like,
Korean movie director.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're probably gonna find golf clubs if you look that up.
Yeah.
So probably like Korean movie or something.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No, you
Uh,
will find it. It's an
It's cool.
iconic movie actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's just art house. Yeah. So
Wow.
and then I say like, wow, I like this kind of idea of being like a ghost or like living in this like transcendent beyond state. When it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a human, but in same time, I'm not actually um like I'm not so important. I'm just like uh representing certain uh trend or certain like not a trend, but you know, like this like a spirit of art, right? So and then it's for me it's matched with this idea of like tame dragon cartoon. uh I like, you know, this like how art works. Like you say, oh, I want to draw like environments, for example, right? So you imagine this ability to draw environments is like a dragon. Is this like archetype from Carl Jung, right? And you need to first you kind of approaching him is like, hey, like I'm a Jana, I'm Jean, like I want to draw, like, you know, your dragon and stuff. And he's like, look at you, like, who's this guy? Like he don't know you. He's seen a lot of people who want something from him. Everybody want like, oh, I want like take brush and I'm artist already, like I'm famous. So everybody approach with a desire to get something, not to give, right? So it's like art is kind of like this, like a spirit is also get annoyed by this kind of people who's like just want to take something. They want to eat him, you know, just like food, you know, stuff like or like own it, like say, oh, you're mine, like you work for me. It's like you, I will like give you orders, you know, like, oh, I want great picture right now. And it's like, no, it's not how work. You need to contribute, right? So first it's like start from meeting, then it's just like you need to like spend some time together, so he start to trust you, feel comfortable near you. So it's like you can see feel like how this subject of drawing just get more like normal part of your life. It's like it start to feel you and trust you more. And then when you like really like you see it in a, again, it's like in a great artist, what happened in their life at some point they just decided to fully uh, dedicate their life to it.
Hmm.
And this is like they always talk about this, they always talk about this, like for example, like it's the image in the Titanic movie. No, like everybody run in the panic and orchestra guys was like, okay, whatever
We
should
don't
we
just
do, like
play.
let's, yeah, let's play, because right now like it's the best thing you can do for people, you know, everybody panic. It's a definition of culture and civilization. We're constantly thinking, we're constantly like on the edge of self-destruction. And if like artists will panic and like run around buy toilet paper, like there will be no more hope, anything, right? So
Hmm.
and there's this guys like with orchestra on the Titanic. They say like, okay, like we still can make something beautiful. Is this is kind of our thing? It's like a Vikings, you know, Vikings they were like will fighting to die in a battle. It's the best kind of glory for them. And why they want to die in a battle? To to fight in the other world. So they're kind of just say, okay, I will just fight in the life, afterlife, whatever. Is this who I am right now? So they're like completely like became this thing. And same like real artist, he kind of like eventually say like, okay, yeah, now me is not just like some guy. I'm I am kind of like rep- a representative of this thing. I'm like, you know, like I'm this like ambassador or unit of this or something like that. So when this happen with you, when you really decide like, okay, I'm totally dedicate myself to this, uh then this kind of this dragon kind of like turn at you, say like, okay, I like you, you're a cool guy. And then you start to see some miracles happen, like kind of like if like I had this feeling like when I was drawing, and then it feels like uh I was so tired and like and what I was like, no, I need to keep drawing. I need to finish this drawing. And then it's just like I just look as like my hands drawing themselves. It's not just
Wow.
themselves. It's like
Wow.
environment. It's like street drawing itself and using my hands to draw itself. And I just stay and I watching how this happen. So I'm like being witness of this flow, how like my like this reality through me converge into drawing. You know, it's like wow, so it's just
I
like
need that.
so
That's
yeah, so
great.
I
That
see
is
it.
so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
I feel like that's what I need. I honestly do. I'm like I need to just tame that dragon or be friends with that dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is so amazing.
Yeah, so and I was interested in like, yeah, it sounds like some kind of like esoterical stuff, but yeah, seems artists like cannot avoid this. You
Hmm.
can like invent your own, or you can like find in your religion something to this. And I think like in Christianity is it's referred to angels. So you can say there's certain angel who is responsible for art. Like I'm not sure which one, but can ask Chat GPT maybe. I don't know.
What goddess
Yes.
or whatever.
It's funny.
That is so cool.
Awesome.
I
That's
felt like I was
that's
just so nourished.
yeah. That's really good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you feel like drawing today?
yeah, can sure.
If
Yeah.
you wanna, yeah. If you had something in mind.
I don't know. Like, I mean, if you want to me to draw something kind of this,
Sure.
I don't know.
I'd love it. I'd love to see you draw live. I mean, I see you draw live on your
Uh,
channel, but I'd love to see you draw live on our channel.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So it's still like we just. I was also read book Seven Habits of Highly Efficient People,
hmm.
and I first learned this idea from this book about win-win.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to give something if you want to get something, right?
Yeah.
So and then I say like, yeah, well, like as artist, first you get impressed, you know, you kind of you need to fall in love in the world around, right? You see like, wow, it's like this world's so amazing. This is why I love to draw it or to represent it, to recreate it. And then it's like, yes, so it's kind of already like a gift of being alive and like being able to witness anything, like not also not only real life but also like real art, right? And then yeah, we should more think about it as not just what we want to get from it. It's like, oh, I draw so much, but why I'm still not so good? No, you need to think like, okay, like how much I should do. So because here is definitely you cannot cheat here. So you will get as much as you contribute, and you might be rewarded for that. Yeah. So and like don't expect like free gifts. It's like bad characters. No kind of no no culture. Can
Hmm.
say.
You got to put in those hours,
Yeah.
the hours of drawing and practicing. It's awesome. Uh, we had a question. I struggle to continue art piece the day after I've stopped working on it. What's the longest period of time Gene has worked on something? And do you have any tips for staying inspired through a project?
Yeah, like kind of like I started drawing my most of my drawings, and all this long time I've been drawing in one set because like I want to avoid this kind of break, because like I've afraid also about this like lack of confidence and stuff. So I will say like, oh, maybe I don't need this drawing anymore, kind of don't want to finish. So I want to like, okay, just force myself to draw right here right now and finish it. um But then, like, let's say this general project, like which I keep drawing in general, yeah, this is some kind of dedication also, right? So you need to keep doing this stuff. It's hard to say which exactly helped me to do this, but it's kind of constant battle. I maybe I can say I recommend this book,
The War of
War
Art.
of
Art of
no
War, the
art.
War of Art.
Yeah, no, War of Art. Yeah,
Yeah, The War of Art. I've heard of that book. I haven't read it though. I have 2 copies of it
Oh,
for
you
some
do?
reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very small, but so it's very you will read it very fast. But what is given very important ideas is like really I think it's essential. So for this fish Nick, like I don't know how to read. It's like wolf fish eating sun, kind of yeah. It's you definitely should read this book. It's like have no excuse not to read this book as if you have such problem. If you don't have this problem, don't care. But if you have, definitely read this book.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Yeah. So their idea is just like it's cool briefly he say is like every artist, no matter like how many years you do your stuff, he gives us examples from like professionals who do like 50 years, and you know, it's like a guy like who doing like work was famous showman, kind of like I forget this word, like he was like a central
Magician?
guy in the show. No musician, I mean
Magician.
like a TV show something, you
Oh,
know, so
okay.
like front man kind of, I don't know. So and he was doing it like 50 years, and he every time he feel like very nervous before he go outside. So it's just like, you know, it's just like closer you get, more nervous you became, and then it's like something force you to reject and give up. But then if you ignore it and you do one step, it's like it's disappear. It's like a demon. So he calls this demon resistance. So I say like every artist, and like you say, even more, it's like in a case when is actually your thing, you will get this stronger resistance when it's like something you truly want and need to do, like even because once you have something you can do which like really best thing of you, you know, like a flourish, like okay, I'm this kind of flower and I want to grow, and here I am, right? And when you go this path, this resistance like will be strongest.
Wow.
So it's like a sign of doing the right thing. So yeah, so it's a book about this, very interesting. So and he say like every artist, like they learn how to fight with it. It's like a real battle because it doesn't make, it's not disappears. It even can get stronger with the years. But you just learn to face it and like fight with it. They have different like rituals. Like you just like in the morning you can wake up and already do something, so you will win against it, because it can like keep you trying to procrastinate, like wait a second, no rush, no blah, blah. So you in the all day you lost, you don't did nothing, don't draw nothing. So they say like, yeah, maybe you start your day from making something creatively, like you can write something or draw, so you already kind of win with this battle, with this resistance. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
I feel
need
like
to read this.
I
When-
want to read it. What?
yeah, I do want to read it too, but I thought it was very interesting when you said like, oh, that demon is like resistance, and I think that really clicked in my brain, because I mean both of us feel that way for a lot of things that we know we should do, but then when it's strong, YouTube videos, yeah, like YouTube videos, I'm like, I have so much resistance. Every YouTube video that I've made, I basically had like a mental breakdown almost every video.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the heck, like what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
And oh my gosh.
And the funny thing is once it goes out, it's like that wasn't actually that bad.
Yeah.
But doing it, it's like, no, I don't want to do it. And then once you do it, you're like, that wasn't hard.
Like, why did I fuss so much? I feel like you. What experience do you have when you get that way with resistance?
Everything. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think that was very, very helpful.
Yeah, that
as
is
well.
really
like,
helpful.
oh my gosh, I just had a breakthrough. Honestly.
Yeah.
Now I wonder what breakthroughs we should give you.
Yeah. No, it's nice to just have a conversation. Yeah. There's also another for this. It's like just like we have these two entities of ourself. It's like one entity is like construct, and other is destruct, right? Like so, construct is something like this seed, which have all this like information, like who you can be, how great you can be, right? And other this destruct, he kind of doing all life, he do everything can just to destroy you completely, like in a Freud, he called it like instinct to death. So it's like we have this instinct to life and the other one instinct to death. So he actually, so it's interesting, it's like it doesn't come from outside, it's just like we're having like it's follow us our life. And like it's important in some religions, as they talking about this, how important to be aware of it. So it's like you don't, if you're not aware, this thing can be like more stronger, like you can compromise, manipulate your mind kind of. So you will think like it makes sense, but in reality you just kind of destroying yourself.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you enjoying the interview, chat?
It's getting deep.
Very good.
It is so good. I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is the solution, and
Yeah. What there's a couple things. I thought you answering the question about using pencil was really interesting. About using pencil to draft something and explore ideas instead of just drawing everything with one go and one pen. You said it was kind of almost like a performance. I like that. I never heard of it that way before. Like there's nothing wrong with drawing something with just pen, but it's almost more of like a performance for. But if you're really in the creative process, you can use the pencil to explore without committing. I really liked that. That was good.
Yeah, so this kind of came from this analysis, right? So you just try what is kind of problem, like main problem about art is like everybody like kind of no in not everybody, professionals actually they know this. So like for example, when we watch movie, it's a very big and a complex project, right? So there's like screenplay and every stuff, like, and these people, they're very smart and they're very conscious. It's like in the Hollywood kind of, at least old school. Right now they have trouble, but old school is amazing. It's insane. These guys like smartest people on the planet, this for sure. It's like making rockets, like these movies, like it's insane. So, and thing is like you learn like what is structure of like creative process, right? So like what is element of it, what is came after what, right? So there is have some like important elements and there is some like subsequent kind of following elements and stuff like this. So there is like form, structure, ideas, all this stuff, right? So, and if we look on the form, you can also think what is important for you in the form, right? Like when we draw without pencil, when we draw just I just draw directly and make pretty lines. Okay, what is meaning of this? What is use of this stuff? No, mainly is just performance. It's kind of like, is art is one of thing in art is to impress people, but this is not a final goal. It's a tool. because you want to impress people, so they will be in a more like influence state. You know, you kind of like you shook them, right? Like when you like impress them, there's it's like you have a good punch, kind of like knock them down, right?
Yeah.
Knock them out. So they're like, whoa, you get me, kind of really like it's something I not expect happen, right? Like catharsis and stuff. When you done this, then you like tell them something important, you know. So all the stuff is kind of like yeah. So this is kind of what is to happen all the time. So you use ability to impress just to deliver some message, deliver some idea. And when you just try to impress as a final goal, it's kind of meh, it's okay. It's just like you can make easy money with that, maybe, you know. And there's different way how you can impress. You can impress with amazing composition, some, you know, like wow, crazy pose, everything like I was watching this like a Spider-Man Dimensions Part 2, like Into Dimensions, right?
Into the
It was like
Spider-Verse?
this, yeah, Spider-Verse. Oh, like all movies like that. It's like whoa. I was like, oh my god! It's like I watched with my wife, right? It was like, what? It's crazy. It's like it looks like they're going too far, a little too far. After I was go, I lie in the sofa after this cartoon, and I watch. I have this like a lamp with a fan, right? And so wait a second, I can just watch this fan and it will be same like if I watch in this cartoon like a Spider-Verse.
That's
It's
good
just
stuff.
like
Oh, that's so funny.
but I mean it's good. It's just like different generations. They use like so much kinetic kind of somehow. But just
Yeah.
like you see it's example of like a different form how you can impress. And one of the oldest is like maybe easiest thing is just impress people with like extraordinary skills. So like when people, like I was drawing people portraits in the park as some kind of this. So like people walk in the park in the city, right? And they see like, oh, here's artist. He can draw like nobody else can draw. Like me, I cannot draw. My mother, my friends cannot draw like that. It's impressive, you know. And Kim Jong-il, like he just took it to extreme level when he just can draw so realistically, like from like on a white paper, right? But it's like as artists, we need to be aware this is just part of his like all his work. He doing mainly he doing illustration, and he teach no teach before, right, like in the school. So he just it's like side effect of his work as illustrator. And when like some beginner artists watch him drawing this stuff like just for performance because they want to attract people to their booth, so like more people will approach us like, wow, look this guy, and this is just like, oh, and like there's like was sweating and stuff, and like this was a goal, this was a goal. And young people watch this and think it's like definition of being good artist. And when it's just like one of side effects. It's great, no, for sure, but it doesn't mean you should always draw like that. And I when I was just compare, look, my favorite artists, like say like Daniel Warren Johnson, Fred Moore, Moebius, like most of like artists they draw very heavy on pencil. They just sit, develop an idea with a pencil first, and you can see like you cannot create original idea without pencil, kind of, or at least it should be like many like drawings before. So up to you. You can make like with ink, but then you will do many attempts. It's just like it's not just like impossible and you can improve on it. No, you cannot improve this thing because it's about process itself. Like it should be like try and error. when you develop in something new, because you check, okay, maybe like that or maybe like that, you know. Yeah. So is idea like you can create it in your head. It's like, oh no, you create it on a paper and then you can improve it and stuff like this.
Yeah, I like that. It's like a flashing lights at a booth or something that's like, whoa, look at that. You go over to it
Yeah.
and they're just kind of,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's like not their main performance. It's just the side effect. I like that term for it, the side effect. It's like
Yeah.
Kim
It's
Jong
like a
Il
byproduct.
drawing from his imagination with no guidelines is like a side effect of his what he used to do.
Wow. Well, I also really like how you mentioned like, oh, a lot of young artists or young people be like, oh, well, that's like the pinnacle.
That's art.
That's art.
Social
But-
media.
Yeah, like social media, but it's very black and white.
No, and they
in a
just
way. Yeah.
they have this idea from very like not artist perspective.
Yeah.
Like when you think only about this like visual impressive stuff, you're not artist. Like artist perspective will be say like look at his shapes, look kind of like how interesting like composition he developed, kind of, right? Like I don't know, like no Tread Moore, he just creates some kind of insane symphony in his drawings, and like so like every drawing he make is some kind of like special arrangement. He's almost not repeat, he always creates some new weird stuff.
Who's the artist again?
Tread Moore.
Tread. Sorry, how do you spell that?
Yeah, TRA. I'll write in the chat. 1 second.
yeah, no problem.
I can write. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds very
Awesome.
interesting. I always
Yeah.
like seeing new
Yeah.
artists and stuff. Okay,
Trad
trad.
Moore.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, it's
Wow.
really funny. I have this book on composition that I was studying, and in the very beginning of the book, the artist said that he accompanies his dad, who was a professional painter, when he was a kid, and he said his dad would meet up with these other painters, and they would go to the location and paint, but they would never talk about what they were painting. They would always talk about, wow, I really like that shape that you used there next to this other shape. And he said he always found it really fascinating because it's like, the painters are always talking about, wow, I really like that contrast that you made between this triangular tree and then this very round mountain in the background. And it's like kind of these artist concepts that, whereas somebody who's kind of not familiar with those terms and not familiar with the process of art, they'll go, oh, pretty tree.
Well, they think abstractly.
Yeah.
Artists think
And there's
abstractly.
nothing wrong with that, but it's like, yeah, it's like abstraction. Like you learn how to think in an abstract way. It's like the language of art. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So yeah, and I also like I read about this, like how to write story and stuff. And there's this writer, book writer. He was on a meeting, like Hollywood, some meeting of screenplay writers. And it's like it blew his mind. This was so interesting how the conversation, because like these guys, like you can see it in Tarantino, when he makes some interview, like they're geeks. They know so much, and they know like full history of each how to say, each idea. Let's say like, okay, here is like a woman character in the story, and they're already like their brain already have like all this type of stories, like how they develop in a human history, so there is like was female character story, like this, like that, so on. And he like you write your story, and he will immediately say like, yeah, it's kind of like this one. So when they write, when imagine like you being so educated, right? So it's like nothing new under the sun, literally. Like all narratives. So it's so much. So it's like basically you cannot do anything outside of narrative. It's like practically we're like so much scripted. I mean, if there is just theoretical, it's just you cannot do anything what people can do, and what people do we already know, we already seen it from its
Everything is a
human history.
remix.
Everything is a
And
remix.
then yeah, and then how you write with that mindset, you see, it's like you're not making like pretty pictures, pretty stories. Now it's something different. Now you sit and just like in you compose, like from you know exactly like what refer to what, like is this kind of, it's called intertextuality, right? So it's like if you, because nothing mean anything on its own. It's like something it's always have like you need to use other terms to tell what this thing,
Like
right?
relativity.
Kind of, it's just like you cannot say like what is that without using other words, right? And then it's
Yeah.
just like have this fractal loop, like everything just refer to each other. And then like when you have really, you can track all this paths of how terms build developed, like you can manipulate with that. So, and how it works, it's like you show image and you know what it will trigger in your mind. Exactly. It will like, you know, like 1% of sourness, 1% of this, it will make you feel like you at home. It will make you feel, remember your mother, think about your childhood,
Yeah.
nostalgia. It's freaking became like a wizard work something. They just like the exact like dun 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 dun. It's like
Yeah. Makes me think of
it's
John Paul.
so
Yeah, yeah, really does.
We have a friend. He's a professional chef. He's very, very good. He's worked all over the world. He was the director of education at Le Cordon Bleu for like 30 years, and very, very high level culinary. And it's the same way when he talks about cooking and ingredients. It's like he's thinking so much higher level. Like never, he doesn't need a recipe at all because he understands all of the ingredients and how they work together and all these different things. And
He knows exactly how to prepare it and how it would affect the dish, and
yeah,
he's just like, I know exactly what I want in the dish,
yeah,
so he doesn't need a recipe. That is
it's
it.
really cool.
Yeah.
Pro chefs, and
chef.
you know the cutting
And
the
they cut it.
vegetables and blah blah blah, talking about it, and then
They just, it's all muscle memory.
it's like that. It's like when you're drawing, right, and you're warmed up and you're just like, oh, that was the perfect line. Oh, that's the perfect line. Oh, and oh yeah, that's right to the vanishing point. I always tell the chat. I don't know if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, but
no, I hear about this, but I never play.
okay.
Yeah.
I would say when you're warmed up in art, it's like rolling with advantage on every line. You're like, ooh, that's a good line. You've been
Like
drawing
you're more
for
likely to
for
get.
6 hours straight,
Yeah.
and you're just every line just goes to the right place. It's like what you're saying earlier.
Yeah.
You're like, how did this
How
happen?
am I doing?
How am I doing?
You're in that flow.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, eventually it's like you're synchronizing kind of to something. So it's like, like if you will dig for yourself, like who you really are and stuff like that, right? It's like always something bigger than you might think. Some like this is what is called soul and stuff. So same like eventually, like when we do something like this flow state is when it's like you are synchronized with just like creative flow, and because you just cannot comprehend this thing, you cannot comprehend, so you just like, it's like, okay, I don't really know what happened and how it works. So and best you can do is just like fine tune yourself to be to make this energy kind of, to make this flow be able to get to you. So it's like you need to kind of clean your house, like to be like in a inviting state kind of, right? So like I say, like if we talk, if it's just metaphor kind of, right? But it's a very good one. So it's just like it's this process of getting know each other, and then when this thing can really see, it can trust you, so it can get into you or get through you. It's like you open doors, say, like welcome to my house, it's like strangers. I will say like, what? Like, I don't know you. Like, why you tell me like, go to my house, man? Like, who are you? So you need to already have like very good, like it should be safe and it should be like some meaningful, right? So make sure you um, show yourself, kind of open yourself, and you dedicate for it. So it start to really like say, okay, that's is like this guy is one of us. Is one of us. Is some kind of like this Van Gogh's. Kim Jong-gi's universe, this kind of spirits right there, and they say like, okay, you work so hard, you really like dedicate yourself to it. Now you're one of us, and we kind of like will get through you. And now when you draw, yeah, it's also like Kim Jong-gi go drawing with your hands, can say like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, do we
Yeah.
have
So
any other
yeah, maybe
questions? What's
yeah,
up?
maybe like you have like a perspective question or something. I can
Ooh.
draw, no problem. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what about perspective do I not love hearing about?
Yeah.
Everything. What's let me think. What do you think?
I don't know.
What are you passionate
Okay.
about? Let's if you have any
No.
ideas.
Okay, maybe I will just tell. Yeah. Okay. So, perspective. Yeah, like it's like this ability to draw without lines, without pencil. It's also perspective. It's give you ability to draw 3D space. So what is important to first of all is just to see this hierarchy, like main goal, main purpose of all this perspective stuff is just ability to establish and manipulate space. So it's like you need to you think about like where is happen stuff. So what is camera angle? How big is this view, or like where is object located? And when you want to change angle in the process, so one picture is this angle, then this other angle. So yeah, essentially it's just about this. So if you want to draw three-dimensional space, you need to understand perspective.
Chat, practice your perspective.
Yep, it's very important. It's your vegetables.
It is very important. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Gene Bond's got the best, honestly, some of the best perspective stuff that you can get out there, and it's literally for free on his YouTube channel.
Well, it's my leg so weird.
Awesome.
Maybe it would be good to talk about like what good exercises to hone that.
Yeah.
What exercises to practice daily?
Yeah, let's give chat some,
Oh,
and anybody watching this in the future, maybe some exercises to improve and just to kind of understand more their vegetables, their daily vegetables.
Their nutritional intake.
wait a second. I put things more inside.
All good. Well, how are you liking this, everybody? Who's still here? I know we're doing this a little bit more interview style, so we're not reading chat quite as much. Ooh,
Whoa, that's cool.
good stuff.
It's Daniel Warren Johnson.
Wow, that's good stuff. Daniel Warren Johnson.
Comic artists are just on another level.
Yeah.
And
Akira.
They just know everything. My goodness.
Okay.
Awesome. Great podcast while I draw. Awesome.
So, okay, let's say, yeah, first what you should do, like if you are totally beginner in perspective, yeah, just draw like small picture plans like this. You can draw like different size. And practice with perspective grids, right? Like even if like you start with 1 point perspective, okay, let's you do like 1 point perspective, and so here we have this kind of, right? And okay, you draw a box in 1 point perspective. So if you are like total beginner, right? So it's just like simple as that. Then you go to watch like more tutorials or read more books, and you find there is more complex perspective grids. Let's say like this fisheye perspective when is tilted horizon and like curved horizon line. So it's actually should be a little more, let's see. Anyway, let's do like this. So here with this curved horizon, here will be Z vanishing point, here will be Y vanishing point, and it's will curved like this. So same, you just need to repeat this like if you're in a school, you study characters, like I don't know, this like Russian characters, right? So we had this like when we need to write. It's also very good with the Chinese, because like in the Chinese they have also this like
They have stroke by stroke tutorials.
Yep.
yeah. So and you just need to draw it like many times to remember how to write it in a proper sequence. So it's like you need to remember strokes and you need to remember sequence. So same with for us, it's perspective grids. They are like characters because they have same elements and same kind of like properties, like a curvature, right? So you need to remember how curvature is behave. So you can like fluently, you can fluently came up with it without a hinge. So it's again like here's I have other fisheye perspective, let's say like this. So I just remember sequence, you see, even signal points, like when I do horizon line, when I do this vertical, when I find the vanishing point. So I just keep repeating it day by day. And one of suggestion, you can have like special sketchbook dedicated only for this perspective grids.
I just did
So
that.
like yeah, so let's say
You're like, man, I need a. Colton's always saying, "Oh, I need a dedicated sketchbook for this thing."
Yeah.
like I have this one sketchbook for closing.
Oh.
So it's, you can a very big one, so you can start with like writing date on the first page.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
then like from here I do like I read book and I study from book. I will draw in this sketchbook for myself. So here's like
those are
different
nice
like
shoes.
type of folds and
Bye-bye
different
fish.
fabric.
I don't know your
Stuff.
username. It looks like a fish to me. Awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, nice,
good
cool
one.
toned sketchbook.
So it's
Yeah.
so here it's still it's not finished, right? So when you have this kind of dedicated sketchbook, it's like different materials like leather and stuff.
Wow.
Ooh, that's fun.
Or polyester,
great.
because I have no idea about clothing, so I've been like research and do it's like my own study book.
Yeah, that's cool.
So like Ryan viscose, nylon.
It's such a beautiful
A
page
person
layout.
Will Weston told us to look into. His name's Gregory Weir-Keaton, and he's a fashion designer. He told us to study his stuff with material indications.
Yeah. So you can also like study like here I did like trying to understand how you can draw it, and at least to make some first tries. So you can see like how you can draw like denim and like PVC, make sure they look different. And here was like some military stuff.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Wow.
so this is type is more, you see, it's like more like it's my study book. So if I want to come back to remind myself about some closing stuff, I will go back to the sketchbook and I will remember what it's all about.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I did a lot like this, like with perspective grids, just perspective grid sketchbook, and so- yeah. Anyway, so you make full sketchbook just with this perspective grids. This is my recommendation. Like first, what you should do. So then, first you can fill this perspective grids with boxes, like cubes or boxes, just to get accustomed. So like I say, you need to get accustomed just to start to feel like this thing is a normal, because you've been doing it so many days, so many years, it's like eventually you feel like you're being always doing it, like a walking or breathing. It's not so hard how it sounds, and if it sounds intimidating, then again it's just like a sign of you of beginner, kind of being in a state of not it's kind of, it's your previous state, and you will get rid of it, because you should not be intimidated by the stuff. If you dedicate yourself to art, you don't have other way around it. So only problem you might have is like when you confuse and you have no idea which direction to go. It's like, oh, I don't know what to draw, right? I don't know how to fix this problem. But when you know, you have no excuse to avoid this stuff. You will, all your life you will draw in. So just comply kind of to it and just start to draw in everything every day. And there is a lot of stuff, like, like again, it's like anatomy, vehicles, oh, so many stuff you need to draw all the time. And drawing these basics will improve every of your drawing. So
It's one of those foundational pillars. If you get better at
yeah,
this, everything above it you get better at. It's like a skill boost
It is a skill.
to every one of your stats.
Yep.
yeah. So it's like I say, like even in a sport, like if you're a football player, you should be able to run a lot, right?
Yeah.
So this problem, like average people, like who work 5 days somewhere and after they're like, oh, I don't like discomfort of running, right? Imagine like professional athlete will talk in this way. It's impossible. It's like, oh, I feel so uncomfortable. I don't like my muscle pain. It's like, no, you cannot imagine that. It's impossible. They in a constant pain. They
They are in
like
constant pain,
muscle.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're like muscle pain is their like default mode, right? So it's like
Wow.
it's not problem or question. So same for us. Like it's so funny to see how beginners, they kind of like, oh, it's really, I need to draw so much the stuff. Yeah.
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 The people
And
say
like,
that they want to do art for a living and then turn around and go, "Oh, but I have to do art." It's like you said you wanted to do it for a living.
yeah, you have no idea. Like it's like kind of like this wish you will regret when it's come true. Like you have no idea how much work professional artists must to do, right?
Yeah, wish
So
that you regret when it comes true. That's horrible. I mean, it's so true though. And I'm guilty of the same thing myself. Like that's what's horrible about it is like it's like this natural tendency that you have to basically overcome.
yeah, yeah. So it's like if you feel like it's too hard, and when you study, oh, it will be much harder. when you will just need to work as artist, right? Like it's like so many, and it's harder when it's other people tell you what to draw. So I think also it's like it's better if you learn how to force yourself. So then it's like you became your own boss, so you can tell yourself what you should do. Yeah, most people, it's like this, it's just a resistance. You can be your own boss. You can be this guy who, oh, you see, make mistake here. You can be this guy who telling you what to do, but it's scary. So you just go somewhere else and there's other guy tell you what to do.
Yeah.
That is so funny. It's like you think you got it bad. Wait until when you actually get there. Like that concept.
I like it. You know, I was also like, I have this idea which helps with motivation. So when you have a dream, like, oh, I want to be comic book artist, for example, right? Or I want to be like concept artist. Okay, now you imagine what will be problems with that, because there will be problems. This is life, right? So there will be like you maybe like you will need to work overtime. Some friends will complain, say like, "What are you doing? We don't see you long time." Or there will be like boss who you personally you don't like this boss, or sometimes you will very drain out and you totally don't have a mood, but you still need to draw something. So what you will do with that? So and then so like, yeah, it's exactly right. Now I have same problem. Like I know what I should do, but I don't do this. So how I deal with that? So when you think about your dream, like is not something like miracle with rainbows and pony kind of, right? It's make it more feasible, and you can actually feel like you can achieve it.
Let me actually gotta fix this. Let me do this.
Yeah, kind of like got out of frame.
What other?
This is gonna look weird on YouTube for a second, but bear with me.
Trust me.
Trust the
Colton.
process.
Oh wow, look at that piece. It's so cool.
That's great.
The really interesting thing about American comics is that every panel is like its own individual art piece.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's all finished.
There we go. We did it.
So other than when you feel like you get bored with this kind of boxes and perspective grids, you can start to go from other side. Is like look for final result you want to achieve. So like if you want to be comic book artist, like you take comic book and say like, yeah, I wish to draw something like this, right? So then you think like, okay, let's say it's because it's my sketchbook for perspective grids, so I will study perspective grids for this comic book. So let's see what kind of perspective is here. It's like, I'm not sure exactly what he did here, but I will study how I can draw it in perspective. And then I start to kind of like break it down, see like, okay, this is definitely like x-axis, right? This wall here. So I say, okay, I can start to build perspective grid here. So this go like that. Oh, so it looks like this part of ship, it's also x-axis here. But let me see if I can make it further. Are you?
American comic books are so like girthy.
They are very girthy.
So let's say like girthy.
Yeah, like they got a lot of meat. A bunch
Feels
of
like you can
meat,
hold
like
it.
a lot of protein in them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels like
Yeah,
that.
like Europeans, they feel like so kind of static compared to American.
I don't know.
Do you
I don't
think?
think I've seen a European comic.
So, and here I see this like vertical axis,
Uh-huh.
right? So here you see this is what it's really fun actually, right? So try to put yourself in his shoes and imagine like, you know, let's say maybe you steal this comic book from parallel universe. So nobody's seen it. They don't know if this comic book exists. And now you're pretending to be him, like you draw like this from scratch, and you will
That's
tell like
fun.
everybody, look, it's my comic book. And actually like mine, because like is this art Daniel Warren Johnson, he's in a parallel universe, right?
Yeah.
So in this universe you can even call yourself Daniel Warren Johnson, like just, you know.
It's like role playing.
Like,
Yeah, it's role playing.
yeah,
But it makes it
Yeah,
fun. It makes it less of a chore and more like you're experimenting and you're having an adventure and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do like that.
so now I'm not just copying, like I don't put this pressure on myself to copy each line exactly, right? No, I just I draw it like my own drawing. So it's like, yeah, it's like castle wall here, right? So I wanted to be this castle wall, like if it was my idea, right? I pretending like it's my idea. So I having fun with that. Say, okay, here will be dude. Maybe I don't need exactly same pose, but just okay, let's put some dude here, right? So like maybe my dude, he will have like AK 47, right? So and he's like you know, just for fun, right? Just to break this desire to copy exactly. Like I don't need to copy. I just took something from it. I learned how to draw picture like this. So here guy with AK, maybe he have like a
turning
head.
studying to Yumiki or something.
That's what you do with your
That's
stuff.
what I do with my stuff. Like when it comes to studying anatomy or whatever, it's like I turn it into my character
Yeah.
and it makes it more fun.
Yeah, so ultimately like every artist doing this, but like if you do it as your professional work, yeah, you should be very careful, don't make it plagiarism. But when you do
Of course not.
I would consider this a
Yeah.
study.
Yes.
But when you do
study
it as
of
study, you can do whatever you want, right? It's your you don't need even to show it to anyone. It's
Yep.
your own growth, it's your own self-discovery and learning curve.
That's what I
So
do with my anime heads.
yeah, and I did it a lot with different stuff. And so let's say, okay, here we have this like spaceship. Like if I like this, oh, it's look like a battleship in the air, right? So I start to like notice these things. So drawing do a lot of stuff for you. You kind of now I get actual experience of drawing such picture. It's not like pretending, and it's actual experience, right? I'm really doing it right now.
Yeah, we should
It's
collect
just
some
like
manga to do this stuff.
I just like I kind of like save my time and energy on developing my own idea, and I kind of like I kind of get into on his shoulders, literally, kind of, right now I say like, hey, Daniel Warren, can I ride you for a moment? It's like,
Yeah.
so it's like became like, oh, I'm like grown up by standing on his shoulders, like sitting on his back right now, right? So and I also aware of it. Yeah, I'm not so like inventive like him yet, but it's make me feel how it feels to be Daniel Warren Johnson, how it feels to draw such stuff, such pictures. And after you're doing studies like this, you're doing like 10 similar studies or 100 and then 200, and you realize, wait a second, it's became so easy to draw your own ideas.
Wow.
Because now I can draw like, I have this kind of like vocabulary and I have experience of drawing such images. All I need to do is just make next move, next step. It's just, and this next step is instead of drawing his ideas, I will draw mine ideas. So let's say like here I can draw now, let's just for demonstration, right? It can be like same perspective grid. Let's say, yeah. Um, but this like in a city, maybe. So here is like dudes again, like with the guns. Some dude here. Maybe here's like make it like dude climbing this ladder, and maybe they have robot on the roof. It's like
It's almost like once you make the grid, it's like, oh, I know what picture I want to draw with this grid.
so yeah. So it's just like also answer like how to deal with the empty paper problem, right? So if your first like empty problem issue is just because you lack of vocabulary and understanding of this like tropes. You don't have enough tropes in your head, so what kind of you can draw. So let's say,
It's good
and
advice.
everybody gets these tropes by copying and stealing from other artists for a first kind of period of time, and everybody talking about this. Just like need to listen. Like Miyazaki, he was like copying this artist famous in Japan. How's it called? Uh, who create Atomic Boy?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's cool.
So here I have, and then I make like spaceship, like kind of move in this direction. Let's say some kind of, I don't know, like I should steal design of spaceship from other artists. So instead I do this like crappy designs. Let's say, and then but I make it in a like cyberpunk setting kind of. So is there's also this saying like when you steal, like you make picture which is a result of stealing from 10 artists, it's not plagiarism anymore because there's like so many mixes there. Some
It becomes
here have
original.
like this building. Yeah, again, let's maybe make it like helicopter. So here's like helicopter.
It's so amazing just seeing this just come to life so
Yeah.
quickly. Now I know how chat feels.
When they see you draw their characters.
Yeah. Well, like I'll notice that if I'm drawing characters, like when we do OC drawing on Fridays, I'll be like, I know there'll be some characters that I draw, and I'm like, oh, I know the vision,
Yep.
and like I can see it, and then when I draw it, I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted, and it's much better than just trying to like go from nothing. Like,
Yeah.
where do I start?
Yeah, in our community on Fridays a lot of the time, well, there's like challenges that people in the community do, and they draw the artwork during the week and then they post it and we review it at the end of the week and we scroll through the iPad and show all of their artwork and react to it. And then there's another thing we call OC drawing where they get their own characters drawn by Christina and they love it. Oh my gosh, it's one of their favorite things ever. They go, "Oh, is there going to be OC drawing this week?"
OC means original character.
Oh yeah, original characters. So they design their own characters and then they post them in the Discord server, and then they get drawn by Christina. They get like randomly selected to be drawn, and they love it. We've been doing that for
We've been
so
doing it for a
long.
very long time.
Yeah.
It's a fun event. I like doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, this next month is gonna be 1 year of live streaming. We've streamed more than 3 times a week, averaging for 1 year straight. It's been fun.
Wow.
We started on
Yeah,
TikTok.
it's hard. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we spent a year making TikToks that failed
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, we made 100 videos on TikTok and none of them did good at all.
Well,
11 months.
Well,
crazy. Yeah.
Colin did
yeah.
a lot of studying with social media and psychology and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's definitely helped a lot for our channel. And we're still
Yeah.
trying to figure that out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of complicated It's a lot of psychology, a lot of like understanding the language that your audience uses and finding the right group of people and everything. Oh, so he's using the
Oh.
he's doing a little bit of 3-point perspective looking down now.
Yeah, so I see kind of like I'm
Oh yeah.
Okay.
stealing
Okay.
this one. And it's like, and I do, and it's like little different.
Yeah.
So you don't need, again, like I said, don't need to copy exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, like I'm doing like my this streams also.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes like I'm not sure what I'm doing, and this kind of problem with being on your own, right?
Yeah.
Like when you kind of doing your thing, it's not boss who will tell you. It's like whatever, tell me what
Yeah.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, that's so
What you talk
true.
about.
You have to do it yourself. You have
yeah,
to be
well,
self-propelled.
yeah, and when you do your stuff, like you never sure you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never sure it's like it's actually right way to do it, right? And it will actually like get you anywhere. You can you feel like, oh, I keep doing it and there is no result. Maybe I'm idiot.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, like and then I think like I find out this like for me currently what I'm learning also is making streams, this teaching streams, is that it's very important is like you learn about just keep going. So when you know they're talking about YouTube is you need to do it like 3 or 5 years and then it's really start to get results.
Yeah.
And when your content is good, so you might be already very good, but it feels like nothing happened. So and you need to keep continue like for 3 or 5 years, and it's kind of normal practice, normal thing. So I learned just to keep making it, keep producing, just being like a factory, like being like production, professional production.
Yeah.
So,
I
so
feel like
yeah,
needing
so
to hear
you,
that too.
Yeah.
yeah, we need to constantly this, yeah, really like that's why it's like this book about resistance. So you copy this like that, right? You see, I change like here is composition go horizontally. I change it like for vertical here. So this is kind of think about extracting, about copying. Like you, it's like you stealing process or solutions. You're not just being like, oh, I want like I copy like this millimeter to this millimeter to this. No, this is like it's also have a certain benefit, right? But is the most inefficient uh, practice kind of copying from master when you copy like this, just like everything, right? You
And it kind of
instead you don't
lacks.
copy.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, you, instead of copying everything, like when you think you're trying to copy everything you see, you need to focus on something. So like, okay, I want to copy perspective, but then you say like, what about this perspective? Just kind of this camera angle and perspective grid for this camera angle. And like say, okay, I like this scene too. Like there is a table and dude sit in a table, right? So the rest of it, all these details, they're less important. So I can play around, like I can change pose, I can put some different objects on the table. So let's say they're like eating soup right here, right?
Family
And
dinner.
like, yeah, and reading Bible, let's say.
A
So
Sunday
let's say
Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
yeah, like, okay, maybe have like a candle here, you know, so and this kind of
Wow.
uh, kind of like creative element, right? Which is very easy. It's kind of this subtle moment, but this subtle creative moment just makes this learning process very fun.
Honestly, just seeing you do this, I'm like, man, I should take out all the comic books that we have and just study those panels. It makes it so much. It feels so much more approachable.
Yeah. It
To
seems fun too.
it does. It does. Like I would totally. I have so much like reference on Pinterest on like comic panels and stuff. I'm like, I might as well just study those.
Yeah.
Take the
Yeah.
grids
So
and
when I
study.
start, yeah, when I start to do this, I was just like after drawing like couple of this stuff, like 20 drawings, I was like, why I didn't do this before? It feels so obvious, and you
Mm.
feel like you've been waste so much time without doing it.
Well, I have this problem, and I feel like Colton and I, we both have it, where it's like, well, I'll speak for myself, is I will try an illustration, but I won't collect the reference I need. I'll be like, oh, I'll just try to do it from my head, and that
Yeah.
just really backfires
Mhm.
the process. And I'll be like, why doesn't this look the way I want it to? I'm like, well, yeah, duh, because I have no reference. I have no point of
No plan.
no plan. I have no intention.
No plan, no sketches. I was taking a class by a Magic the Gathering illustrator. He's really really good, and he was teaching a class about making these really beautiful illustrations. And in the beginning of the class, he said for this class, you should expect to spend between 50 and 100 hours on this single artwork. And they spent weeks gathering reference and even taking their own reference photos of costumes and folds and clothing,
Oh,
and really doing a bunch of deep research, like why does the character wear this belt, like what is it holding, is it holding the sword, what kind of belt holds the dagger, what kind of belt holds the sword, do they overlap, and they're really getting nerdy and researching all for one single illustration that they could spend potentially hundreds of hours on. And I thought that was really interesting.
You know, something that you just said is,
Mm.
I feel like we need to, not you just said, but something that you said that made me think is, we need to allow ourselves to be nerdy.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't allow myself to be nerdy about certain things. I just have to like get it out and just get it out of my system, and that's it. But that backfires on me a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I actually need to just allow myself to take that time
Yeah.
and just research and draw and not feel like I should be doing something else.
Yeah, thinking and drawing in terms of big, medium, small.
Yeah.
You have big artworks that take you many hours that you nerd out.
Yeah.
You have medium drawings, and then you have small drawings like doodles in your
Yep.
sketchbook.
Mm-hmm. Or doodles on stream.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
yeah. Also, what is you'd say very important also moment here is like when you do some very meticulous work like this with a deep research, then this one work became very big foundation for all your next works. Because like now it's became your visual vocabulary, so it doesn't like, it's not like it disappears after you finish this illustration, right? Now it's in your memory, now it's your vocabulary.
Yeah.
And also your and not only this particular stuff in your vocabulary, but approach itself. You just trained professional like this, like very meticulous approach to work with the data, work with the material. And this work on the material will improve in time too. So next time it will be easier, you will do it faster, and it will be more fun.
Yeah.
So it's kind of very interesting, yeah. So and like all this like thing, like when we avoid such work, we just avoid this like a state of very professional and you know, like kind of being like a really master. So I like this image of master who work on a deep professional detailed level. It's like, you know, in the movies like Revolver. Have you seen Revolver?
I don't think I have.
I've never seen it.
No way.
Maybe we should write that down.
Revolver. Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Revolver. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's just like an action movie.
Ooh.
Revolver.
We have been watching some movies lately.
Well, I live under a rock, and
This-
I never grew up with this kind of stuff. So.
This kind of guy, I forget. Jason Statham, he's a main guy.
Jason.
But this movie, like, very clever. It's like very interesting to watch.
Wow.
So there have like one of characters like professional hitman, and it's like. But have you seen Breaking Bad or Better
Yeah,
Call
I
Oh,
have.
Saul?
yeah.
Christina hasn't seen
The full thing.
all of it,
I've only
but
seen
I've
a few episodes.
I've seen most of it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So there is same. It's like one of main topic I think main theme in this series. It's being a pro.
Being a
They
pro.
always kind of like opposing these characters who's like easy goers, who's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, it's okay, let's just do it. It's fine, kind of. And there here is like pro characters, like I forget this guy, like old man.
Oh, remember Breaking Bad?
Yeah, like this old man, like who is like
What's that guy's name again?
bald.
Yeah. His name's Oh, I don't remember.
The guy who plays
The guy. He's the. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
remember his
so
name.
like, so they always show like this old guy, like how meticulous he is, right? Like how
Yeah.
they show like his attention to details. Like he go dun 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 dun. He just like very calm. He very meticulous.
Mike.
He not Mike. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
don't
yeah.
rush.
This guy.
He never rush. He always like make sure he do everything right.
Yeah.
Like
I like that.
He's a
step by
pro.
step. Like
He's a
doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that.
He doesn't
So
cut corners.
it's like, yeah.
I like that
Because
mentality.
he knows, yeah, he knows like if you cut corners, yeah, it's like you will pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mike is
So
he's cool. You'd
Yeah.
like him. You'd be like, oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he? Well, we have to watch. I have to watch the rest of Breaking Bad in order to get to that point. How far is he? Does he?
He doesn't come in too late. He's
okay.
pretty early on in the
Oh, okay.
in the series.
Is he like a recurring character, like a very
yeah.
major character? Okay, well that's great.
Mike's a good dude.
yeah, it's like good in on a bad, let's call in a bad grades. So they have like bad good people, and here's like a good bad people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we have like table. So yeah, you see, kind of, you can learn a lot because like same here. Later, when you just break down this kind of pictures, later you will just be able to draw similar pictures with the different characters, like slightly different angle, different props, and everything like different this, different that. And then you figure out, actually, wait a second, this is only way how you can learn it. Actually, you will realize it's only way. And before you did it subconsciously, you kind of subconsciously repeat something you've seen before. And instead, I recommend you kind of to go and do it directly. It will save your time and you will like learn this faster. Yeah, you learn this faster and be like more precise. There's also this guy, how's it called? It's Ethan Becker. Like, have you seen it? Ethan Becker on YouTube.
I've heard of him. He has a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. So he have like very good points, like in his video, like one of his video, and he says like, you should copy and analyze your favorite artists, like from beginning. Так. Anyway, so here we have this guy. And I did also, I'll show you. Here I have like this one.
Ooh, that's
So
fun.
it's like a screenshot from Sopranos.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So this is like this Italian guys standing like with their like gangster poses, and I find some other reference with this like kind of like cyberpunk outfit, and so like okay, because I was like, I don't know, I want to draw some cool cyberpunk guys, but I don't know which pose, which composition, and I say like, what is a cool guys looks like. So okay, let's draw some soprano guys.
That is so genius.
That is good.
So
That's good.
yeah, never think like you can create something from zero. Better you observe and copy from other works.
Yeah.
Can be movie artists.
That is.
Like here, I can like here they don't have window. I can make window here, right? So let's see. We have like window, and we can see some buildings in the window. So you see, it's immediately like it's became more and more like my own drawing. And if I don't, so it's been like for me being generous and kind of like, yeah, just like I say, look, this is like underlying process. But if I don't show it, nobody will find out. And I can draw like a lot of drawings like this. Tell like, yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's like a lot of my work here, right? And like I do my own characters. Like here, this will be elf or a goblin. This guy.
Baldur's Gate scene or something.
Yeah, like here maybe some like a lamp on a like candles. So it's like or this is like I forget how it's called when it's like cyberpunk and fantasy. It's like computer game. I forget how's name.
Oh, Cyberpunk 2077?
No, it's like computer games. There's like one world which is like cyberpunk and
Oh, the
fantasy
Matrix?
characters. No, it's like fantasy characters. They have elves in the cyberpunk. It's
Elves in the
no problem.
Cyberpunk.
That's cool.
Yeah,
You say it's a game or a movie? A game?
yeah, game. Yeah, you can Google. I forget just how it's named. Yeah. So yeah, so I see, for example, right. So now it's like if I like start to finish it with a line art, yeah. So then it will be like totally my own work. So this like another way to practice perspective. Just make this connection with the real work. So it's like how you can still practice perspective, still improve. It helps you improve a lot.
Yeah.
Here
That's
I
what I
can
did
make
with
him like,
the lunchbox.
Yep,
piece.
you took a composition from an artist and you made it your own.
Yeah. There was an artist, Denny's Wortman. He was a cartoonist?
I thought he was like a political artist or like a, I don't know.
He was a cartoonist in the early 1900s in New York, and he would go around New York and do a bunch of pencil drawings. And I took one of his compositions of a couple people standing in a doorway, and I turned it into an illustration. Like, similar concept, like there's someone inside and there's someone outside, and it's a picture of the doorway. And I really like that artist.
He's so good.
because like I tell this story with screenwriters who know narrative so far and so deep. Same with the artist who's really like professional and know like all these names and history of art and stuff, right? You will draw, you think you really like, you will honestly do totally your own work. But then for him, he will look so like, yeah, this is exactly like being like 100 years ago. Like this guy, it looks like you copy from him, because just like it's already so many art, it's hard not to be not to connect with somebody else accidentally.
Yeah, I see a lot of Leyendecker inspired painters. J.C. Leyendecker.
Oh yeah, he's like
Norman Rockwell. And you see a lot of like Sid Mead.
Oh my gosh,
Sid Mead inspired work and
basically all the classic 50s artists and stuff.
A lot of them.
Illustrators.
Kitty.
Hi, Kitty.
You're silly.
So then you should know in this reality. You just go from it. You here, let's do this guy with one eye. Right, so it's like so much.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I also like that you're being very you're not afraid to draw these things. Like you're just having fun. And I find that when I'm drawing scenes like this, I get really stiff. Well, it's also because I don't practice it as much, but I really do. I get scared. I'm like, I get scared to turn it into the thing that I want it to be. because I'm like, oh, what if I mess up? And oh, it's not looking good, and I just discourage. But when I see you do this, it's very approachable, and it feels like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and I had some same problem. I was like just think how to fix it. So you know, at least like I say, if you at least have intention and you keep going, even with just with this intention, somehow you will fix it.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of weird, but like even like that, it works like that. Like you just keep like again, it's look not what I want, but you try next drawing and think like this time I will try to make like have more fun and make line look like I want it to be fun, but also look decent, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like a scribbly deeply, right? So
Yeah.
so and just having this intention and keep trying, you will get there. So it's funny, you even don't need to find like really like information how to fix it. It can even just from intention itself.
I think the main
So
idea is just intention.
Yeah, Kitty's trying to knock over our computer monitor. You can probably see it if I turn this camera
Well,
over
but
there.
I don't think our camera's on. I don't think people can see us.
You can see us on Zoom.
Oh.
Kitty. Now she's
So
cleaning.
let's see. Anyway, right. So and there let's take Akira something. So and this is
Akira's
just
so
like
cool.
one frame from comic book, right? But
Yeah.
it can be my like oil painting or something. Oh, and now here we have
so much good raw drawing power.
again like we have same kind of situation.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
All the people.
So you see like, oh, so Daniel Warren Johnson he steal from him. Oh.
Oh no!
Kitty, come here.
So and so did the same composition. And it's like every artist. I mean, like you can just hear. There's so much music that is just being reused all the time. Where it's like, oh well, this song was taken from this song and from this song, and I'm like, wait a second, they're just reusing it all the time.
There's a whole TikTok that's really, really popular dedicated to just reusing music samples.
Yeah. So and
like,
I seen this so much, like other artists
gosh,
they
that's it.
totally taken it from
good.
Akira.
And movies too.
Yeah, right. So yeah, and he definitely he might take. I'm almost sure he take it from maybe like Akira Kurosawa. For sure, like something like that, like Akira Kurosawa or other movie director. So we don't think like Katsuhiro Otomo is like, oh, I have these visions, like I can really like create all this cinematography myself. Oh, he's stealing a lot. That's 100%. So let's just find some. Where's landscape? Okay, let's say this one, right? It's interesting. Because this like I like it's like really not common composition here. It's like we have interior. Let's say change again also format. So I also copy composition, says this guy here. Then it's a horizon line kind of here. Right, we see this. So I'm trying to understand it. So here we have so here corner, kind of this corner. So then I start to see, okay, so this perspective grid go like this, horizon line, and then this table. Whoa, what happened? So he have like kind of weird perspective. So this table is not parallel. Because this corner, you see, is not sharp corner. It's like this. Yeah, you see, so we learn. So this table is like a vanishing point here. So kind of like say here, vanishing point is the vanishing point for this table. So let's say. So it's still a box, right? This table, it's a box. And here we have this dude. I put him too close here. Let's like that. Same, like I practice a lot, like just to allow myself to draw this simple. Because like, oh, you don't need to think much about like drawing hand in perspective. Just draw this cucumber, it's fine.
Draw this cucumber.
Yeah, so good enough. So here, then this corner. So perspective for this wall is kind of going like that, but here it's horizontal like this. So this is x axis, horizontal lines, like this stable line, right? We have this stable line, we have this carpet here, we have this table here, and this is vanishing point for this table. So this is main perspective grid. It's this just horizontal lines for x, and this z vanishing point. And y-axis is just vertical lines. So you see how simple is it, right? You kind of train yourself to, like, yeah, like you say, not to be intimidated. It's like, see, oh, it's actually, it's feasible. I was already very close to be able to draw this kind of view. I just didn't have this some kind of small component, something like how to actually finish it. And to discover how to finish it, you go from other end. You go from finished work. You go from like somebody who already did it. So it's really like without this, it's so hard and almost a kind of like upside down kind of way, like trying to learn such stuff without copying from already work. When you're just trying to like, oh, now I need to learn how to draw everything without reference, you know. So in this building, it's have like other vanishing point. So basically, like what a perspective here, again, I can draw, is just vanishing point. It's 1 point perspective. Whoa, so easy. 1 point perspective.
Is in 2
But
points.
this, yeah. So this build only one building in 2 point perspective. So it might confuse you, right? But it's so simple. So we have this building. It's like have a vanishing point here, and it's kind of, oh, now I see, it's so smart. Okay, this vanishing point, it's right on his head.
Right on his head.
That is composition.
That is smart.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh.
Meow.
So I should make his head. And how to like learn this without trying it out, right? So you draw it and you start to notice all these tiny nuances. Otherwise, you will need to read the book, and you read book and it's like composition like this, composition like this, and you're like, oh, I cannot remember all this stuff. And here you're
without drawing.
And here it's like dynamic learning. Let's call it dynamic
I like
learning.
that. Dynamic learning.
Yeah,
I'm stealing that.
Yeah, I just make it. Yeah, I just made it up.
You heard it here first, chat.
Dynamic learning.
When it's famous in a number of years, Reddit is gonna come back to this video. Where did it come from? But yeah.
So you kind of, we just like, I keep reminding this thing, right? Like I keep noticing it from studying this kind of artists. I say like, look, they're being so clever. They put vanishing points in the attention point, like somewhere like between eyes, in the face, you know. So, and it's easier to remember the stuff when it's like that, right? It's like, yeah, I see how it works. So I don't need just sit and remember it like a theory. Yeah, so here, and again, let's change it right away, right? So let's, okay, I say like at this point, I say like, yeah, okay, I get it, right? So at this point, I don't need to copy all Katsuhiro Otoma. Let's then now just play fun, have fun. Let's be like my guy. So here is some dude like standing and say like, hey, here's a city on fire, like there's zombie apocalypse outside, you know, like like a smoke. And here is instead of professor, it's like a zombie professor. It's like have like a sword in his head, so it's like zombie,
nice.
zombie and fantasy in a cyberpunk.
Thinking of zombie cyberpunk, that'd be pretty sick.
That would be pretty sick, Matt.
Oh my
like why
God,
can't they
yeah.
just mash it together?
I remember
Yeah,
Feng Zhu, when I was taking his class, he said if you combine one cool thing with another cool thing, it's automatically cool.
Mm-hmm.
So he combined spiders with tanks. And it was a spider tank, and it was cool. He was
You do that
right.
with stories.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. He's a big nerd. Do you know who Feng Zhu is?
yeah, I hear a long time ago, but I'm not follow since
Okay.
like
Yeah.
10 years ago.
I went to his school. I had him as a teacher, and he's great. He's a legitimately big nerd. Just absolutely loves comics, loves manga and Bubblegum Crisis and Ghost in the Shell and everything. And he would draw demos for our class, and it was really fun.
Okay, so you see, it's kind of my dude. He's like more in warrior state. And here I put some boxes with ammunition. I can look for like internet for reference. It's like just so you see, kind of like I say, at certain moments you're like, okay, like I can like copy exactly to practice like his line art, but when it's not necessary, why not make it my own stuff? And it's better to make it my own stuff. For my brain it will be better. My brain will be more happy, and for him it will feel like more convincing, like he will inside he will remember all the stuff like my own experience. You say like, hey dude, you remember you draw Akira stuff, so you can draw like Katsuhiro Otoma actually. And I was like, yeah, oh okay, so it's bring me some confidence. So, and then again there's like, like cyberpunk, let's say here's like helicopter with this like rockets, like, and it's like, and again like, this building have a rockets like, and there's like just okay, and
mushroom cloud.
Kind of like,
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like you see, just be like a children, right? Let's have this fun, not just like real creativity, right? Just don't be like, oh, like, is it allowed? Can I do this? Like, can I like steal composition from Katsuhiro Otoma and make like a zombie cyberpunk from Katsuhiro Otoma? No. Maybe like you can copy whole his manga and redraw it, like change setting to zombie cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And it'll be original.
That'd be crazy.
Nobody would be able to tell, unless you look really close.
Yeah. Yeah, it just like start to change from certain moments. Say like this guy, he's a zombie, like this number 25, and he's like beat Tetsuo, and Tetsuo became like a super zombie who can fly and like telekinesis stuff, like a zombie with telekinesis, and he can just like fly and bite people. And they're like, what the hell is that? So they start to making robots to try to hit him. And here's like, that's all in this building, like send the rockets, nuclear bombs, like,
Like Raccoon City, they nuked it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Man,
Project
those
Zomboid.
helicopters. I have not played Project Zomboid actually.
Oh, it's so bad. It's like I keep deleting it because it takes so much time. So it's like I really like it as a project. It's really like they make it like amazing sandbox,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time it's like for people who have nothing to do. You just sit and like walking around. Like it's like really start to look like imitation of real life, like substitute
Yeah.
of real life. Let's see.
What's your favorite Miyazaki movie?
Mononoke, I think.
We have not watched that
We
one.
haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
Yeah. we watched Spirited Away, Porco Rosso, Howl's Moving Castle,
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Kiki's,
Arrietty.
yes,
Arrietty was very good.
Yeah.
Secret Life of Arrietty was very good. Hi, kitty.
We are still. Oh, we watched Totoro.
Yes, we did watch Totoro. It was very fun.
We've been going through all the movies recently. Christina didn't watch movies growing up. I grew up watching Terminator.
yeah.
And one of my favorite movies of all time is The Goonies. I love that movie.
Good. It's like children kind of there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the old Spielberg movie.
No, this Goonies I only seen recently.
Oh.
No, at certain point I just became like little like obsessed with the like movies. It's like wow, that's just so interesting to see a good quality work.
Yeah. Now you're gonna wreak havoc on our desk.
Huh?
Here's kitty number 2. Well, kitty number 1.
Cool.
The other one was kitty number 2.
Yeah, I have two cats.
Knock over our microphone though, so get out of here.
Yeah, so here you see again, it's 1 point perspective for this one, right? So it's important, like once you get like general knowledge of this perspective grids and like very general control of lines, so you just like, okay, you can draw lines, you know. You better go and study like how you can use this. So what is actual application of this stuff? Because you will find out how many stuff is just about this like creative approach. How to really find interesting subject, interesting angle, how to tell a visual narrative with perspective, right? So we see here's like a rhythm. You see like how this. So he been like very clever. So and I learned a lot of this from my like outdoors drawings when I've been like just exploring this dynamic, how you can play with the rhythms of shapes. So you see kind of this, right? So and then we have like angular structure, this like then what we have 3 elements here. One element is like this angular concrete, then second element it's water. So in the water we have this kind of like pattern like this, right? So some like sound or language of this water element here, and then we have people, right? So if essentially you are making this relationship of these 3 elements, how they interact. So like people with concrete and water, water with concrete and people.
That's book 1, right?
Yeah, it's 1.
I've only read part of the first book. I actually got all of the books and I was going through them, but then we moved and I kind of stopped reading them I've never seen the movie either. Is the movie's good? Yeah.
No, I mean it's like you need to watch. It's kind of, I think it's something like you must watch.
Must watch.
Yeah, kind of like how good it or not. Like now for us, it's like, in our time we've seen so many like interpretations of this, right? So it will look like not original when in reality it actually was very much original in the initially, kind of, right? So, but it's definitely like you need to see this like for just like go to museum.
What?
You want to watch Akira tonight?
Yeah, why not?
Should we watch Mononoke tonight or Akira?
What do you say, Gene? Should we watch Mononoke or Akira?
Like Mononoke, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like it more.
What did you
more
like? Well,
Mononoke
actually, maybe I was gonna ask what did you like about it, but that would probably be spoilers.
No, okay, I can say it's like actually this like Mononoke. I also recently watched a lecture about Japanese culture, like a religion. So Mononoke is like very it's very Japanese. It's not just like fiction. It's not like some random fantasy. It's like folk.
Okay.
So he actually like shows there this Japanese mythology, like Shinto,
Yeah.
Yeah, so he always drawing Shinto in his work. So all this like spirits, all this is kind of Shinto.
He has a lot of yeah, he does have like a lot of spiritual elements.
We put her on the ground and she jumps right back up. She's being a pest. Here,
She's being a pest.
keep her safe.
So it's not like some kind of like borrowing from from social environment, right? No, he actually make like a folk, and Mononoke is like very much like a folk.
That bottom left image with the guys on the truck, that's cool.
That is so cool.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, let's steal it.
Is that
Let's
like
steal it.
it almost feels kind of isometric mixed with one point.
So this is it's like long shot.
Yeah.
So you see how little it's like no foreshortening. So let's say like we can have like a figure standing like that, right? So it's like fingers, something like this.
Yeah.
So we have a very big foreshortening. Or and head, like small head here. It's like, whoa.
Really long lens.
No, this is like wide lens.
No, yeah, what you're drawing is, I mean his picture.
Yeah. So, and here's like they're just like very static, like so, and so we have very simple perspective here. It's very interesting. It's just like horizontal, vertical, and let's see.
Those speed lines on the ground, that's really cool how he used those.
Oh yeah, it's like showing texture on the ground too.
Yeah, it like shows, it almost like shows convergence in a way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or it
like,
makes it feel deep.
Like
it's like a foreground. That's cool.
it's like give us this vanishing point, right? So we have like, okay, it's kind of horizon line here. So we have this truck. So, and not just you can like first you can copy it directly, just full scene for practice, but then you can make it totally other thing, just experiment and convert it. Like, what if this like kind of bridge, so this guy's standing on a bridge and this is like freeway, or it's like you can see like a planet here, so maybe it's like some space station on an orbit. So, and then we have, let's do this truck. So here we have this truck. Let's have same kind of scene. Right, some kind of scene. We have truck. And we have this one here. And we have this guys. Oh, and again, maybe there's like some like goblins, super mutants.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of Fallout.
With, yeah, like some machine guns. And there's like, how's it called? Like machine gun with rotating with
Oh, the
six
miniguns.
barrels. Minigun, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, stop your vehicle. And here, so we have like average people, they're so small, and here we have huge super mutants. With this like, and here is like, okay, this is just Avatar. So we mix together. It's a zombie cyberpunk with super mutants and Avatar. It gets cooler and cooler. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes a classic.
And Avatar, he's like with a stick here. And here's this like their stop car, and they're like secretly open rear door.
Ooh.
So they start jumping out from truck. It's like run. They have super mutants there. We need to run away quickly. And they maybe they have like they can go
In the
underground,
manhole.
like
The
manhole.
manhole.
Yeah.
It was like that shot in what movie was that in? Was that in one of the Mission Impossibles? They had the hole in the bottom of the van to go in the manhole.
I don't remember. Was it the first movie?
Yeah. Some movie.
I remember that.
Yeah, forget. Maybe like 2 barrels and 2 smoking barrels. No.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and have 2 guys here. So it's really give you a lot to learn, and it's really like more you do this kind of studies, more you find what you can take from it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
that is amazing.
Yeah.
That's so like insightful and everything. Just really nice to see it come together.
Yeah, it really makes practice fun as well.
Yeah.
It's
dynamic study.
Fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fun experience at the end of the day.
Dynamic learning.
Dynamic learning. That's good.
Do you think maybe Kitty is being fussy because she's like, it's food time?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is like it's a madness. No.
Oh yeah, that's your stream thing. No, it's June Bondord. Did you make that?
Yeah, just.
He has this video
Okay,
that plays on his live streams.
Is in the beginning? In the very beginning?
He puts it on at random times. It's the Sparta, the guy who gets kicked into the, I don't know what it is, like a well or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it says Leonid. It's like
Leonidas, yeah.
Sparta Inc.
Except he's kicking the laziness.
He's kicking the laziness.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Have you ever been to the States?
No, not yet.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish to go for sure. Yeah, like it's one of these like amazing bucket list. If like can like drive across United States.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's like really interesting. Okay, so let's see. Like I take this one, right?
Yeah.
And I make totally my own picture from it. You see, so it's like some kind of like sport car, or like how it's called. I forget, like modified car.
Street racer or something.
That's cool. And again, here can be like bridge something. So yeah, also like it's good about. I have this idea about what is a creative process. It's when you really draw. For me, I want to forget about everything. I just want to draw my thing, right? So when I do this kind of studies, it's really just for improving my vocabulary, make my visual language more sophisticated. So I just get more like broad experience. So it's like such studies, it's the most meat and juice and the concentrate of learning visual vocabulary. You know what I mean? Because like you can walk around it so long, you can like smell it kind of around, you know, or you can go directly and now you draw the most awesome compositions. You draw the most like genius ideas you can find, right? And now they're in your head. So later when I will draw, I will have like this, like hundreds of drawings I already drew before, and they will like feed me. They feed my own ideas. Yeah. Так, kind of that.
Man, that's a sick shot too. They're all so good.
Yeah. And also it all not so hard when you start to break down. Yeah, so it's just like take couple these pages, whatever your favorite artist.
Oh, that's an
Draw
iconic
them.
scene.
Yeah, that's so good.
This one.
Yeah, that's so iconic. You see that everywhere. I think that's even a poster.
Yeah, and you can see it in a cartoon, in a movie. You should watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I not only watch it, I make like almost every screenshot and put it in PureRef.
Oh.
Like, oh, maybe.
Oh, you have
Let's
that in your Discord, don't you?
Uh-huh.
I saw you had some PureRef files in your Discord in the resources.
Yeah. I can watch it there. Yeah, I just like let's see. I have Discord for my channel members and stuff like that. Just I don't want to be too many people there.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of for more motivated and serious discussions. Because I see like Discords, they became like just a mess. People just like getting bored and talking nonsense.
Yeah, it's been really interesting. We have about 3,400 people in our Discord server, and it's been. Oh, here we go. I can do this.
Yeah, I will share Akira with you. So here is my like PureRef from Akira movie, and I've been just like I've been like analysis like some pictures, and I did like this video with analysis of these frames.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, so you see like how many opportunity for storytelling, right? So you can like just take it. And you can turn this view, for example, this composition, it can be like view from helicopter interior or from house window. So it's a good starting point. Wow, Rose, this one, like my favorite, you know, like this would, I think every artist thought about how to draw this kind of situation, right? So it's like window in elevator. So we see like a reflection of interior and outdoor view. So cool.
That is really nice.
How did they do that? Make it look so convincing.
And so this like anime so often have amazing frames, and you can really just like stop and steal these compositions. So let's say, or like this, like with the reflection. This like city in the reflection in the water.
Wow, that's a reflection?
Yeah. And here is like this like I don't know, underbelly of
Oh my
Mega
gosh.
City.
Man, it almost. Yeah, I bet you. I know that Final Fantasy must have taken inspiration from that.
Yeah.
They got some like Final Fantasy 7. Feels like that.
Look at that.
No,
Oh,
yeah, no,
the people. It's amazing.
Ooh, I like that city shot.
Mm-hmm.
That street. That's cool.
yeah, yeah, mainly like in this. Так, you can watch like some explosions. Yeah, most like Akira famous for this kind of shot, like drone view.
Ooh, the tank.
Or,
Oh, look at that. That's a nice one.
yeah,
I
so
need
if
to
you
see
will
that
take
movie.
this,
Yeah, we do.
yeah. So if you take this composition, it will be fine. It's just like, I mean, it's just like standard or like I don't know, like standard trope, like a journalist in a helicopter or flying over city. So then you just make some slight changes here and there. Yeah. So yeah, I think I separated. So here's like action
Oh, that's so cool.
bike fighting on the bikes.
Oh, that's good.
So I just look like how artists can draw this like dynamic motorcycle scenes. So it's give me idea like how I can draw it.
Man, I like that. Dang, maybe we're gonna have to watch that tonight. Actually.
Yeah. Sure.
And you see it's like
I can make a pasta dish tonight.
how to connect it with environment. So how you can draw this like cyberpunk environment and some dynamic motorcycle stuff. Yeah.
So impressive.
And this
Wow,
looks
look at
special.
that.
Ooh,
So
that's fun.
cool.
That's good stuff.
So yeah, so like once you choose your direction, you need to go and look for examples, like best examples of these works. So it's a really important part of education.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. This is this is weird. It's like we could almost be like sitting on your shoulder.
We can move ourselves to sit on your shoulder on stream.
Yeah.
Ah,
I want to do that.
that's funny.
There you go. Awesome. Well,
That was very, very, very.
that was
good.
really good. I'd love to have you back sometime. Honestly,
I know.
it'd be fun.
Oh, well,
Thank you very much.
It makes me want to get drawn too.
I know I want to
Motivated.
draw. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to mention: your height reference cheat sheet, so useful. It's so good.
Thank you.
So you made that for just yourself?
No, I make it for YouTube.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it's just like this example. It's like, yeah, it's I'm doing it for myself in the past, and just like, use yourself as a tester, so like what people need. So like if somebody like me who really want to practice H, so I seen it in a Kim Jong-gi video where he was like briefly talking about this like H and how to draw them in perspective, and he say he uses all the time, and so like, oh, okay, so I need to practice it. So I start to practice it, and then I make it like a lesson for other people, So just like it's think like when you teach others, it just motivate you to practice it better, so you will better know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know what we're talking about, it's this thing right here. It's a accurate scale of different objects. So if you're drawing things in perspective, doing foreshortening, it's easy. It makes it very easy to know the size of things in proportion to each other. So he's got this on his YouTube channel, right? You can like download this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, I forget. Like in my Patreon, can download for free. I think, and YouTube. Yeah, whatever I can find, just go look my stuff. Yeah, I look right now. I already forget. It's so cool. Yeah. It's like really useful stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it is very useful. I've been using the heck out of it. I printed like 4 copies.
Yeah. And you brought it to the cafe and we're like referencing it and stuff.
Yeah, can put it on like a poster, like make like a protest, like, have you seen this, people?
Scale.
Have you seen this? End is near.
I know, the end is near. Get your scale right.
Yeah.
Turn back to scale.
The cyberpunk dystopian reference sheets.
With the zombies, yeah.
Yeah,
I should
zombies.
change Santa for zombie. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Santa's kind of cool though.
I like the Santa.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, this was like a Christmas.
Oh yeah,
time,
yeah. Now I remember you made that during a Christmas stream.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, maybe we'll get wrapped up.
Yeah. Yeah. So let also invite you to my channel. Let's talk there one time.
For sure, that would be a lot of
Oh
fun.
yeah, for sure.
I love it.
Cool. Okay,
I got a lot to
nice.
say about that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Gene Bond, for coming on. And you can find Gene Bond's socials. Actually, I already put them in the description of this video. His Instagram, his website, and Gumroad and stuff like that. I chucked it down in the description. So go check him out. Go give him a follow for amazing educational.
He needs more subscribers because
content.
he deserves it.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Very.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for inviting. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
See you again.
Yes.
Later.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch you on
Monday.
Hey, Toe Fungus. I didn't know you were here. Yeah, we'll catch you on Monday. Bye bye.